with a left hand.
John, I have never been better to be on the air with you here in Indianapolis, a place where so many of my dreams have come true.
The Ride with JMV, FM 107.5 and 1070 The Fan.
Hey, here I am. Thank you for joining us Wednesday. You know, things that I don't want to see happen again. And I'm going to give credit where credit is due coming up in a minute, and some of you folks are going to be surprised. But things I don't have to go through again. And I guess if this means that I'm just kind of old and curmudgeon-y, that's what Tony used to call me. I don't think he knew what it meant. Tight-butted, set in my ways. But for the life of me, and I know they're in the business of entertainment, and that's where we are with these drafts, whether they're actually drafting the players at that moment or preparation for the draft. I mean, hell, everybody's watching. Yeah, tune in later on tonight in prime time as they prepare in preparation for the draft. Everybody must love it, because if they didn't love it, they wouldn't be showing it. It's like everybody around here complaining about the weather on local TV. If you guys didn't get a big fat crap about the weather, they wouldn't. If you guys cared about the local crop report, they would lead with the corn prices around the country. And they would do that. They would tell you about soybeans by the bushel 15 times every 30 minutes. But they know this. They know that for whatever reason, you guys thrive on weather. You guys don't thrive so much locally on TV and sports because they give the sports people about 35 seconds. That's about it. So I guess I understand. I understand reasons why you direct programming one direction in this case or the other. But, man, Zion Williamson was fun to watch. And they're going to absolutely ruin how fun he was or enjoyable it was to watch him play. Seriously. I mean, it was almost ruined because he goes to Duke. It's almost ruined because you know that, his dad shopped him around. I mean, so many things almost ruined the fact that this dude plays hard. He's just an absolute incredible, athletically gifted talent. Unlike we have seen. But, man, there are so many people that want to ruin this crap for us. Things like Duke. I mean, Duke ruins everything. Nothing makes me vomit more than Duke. And back in the day, I used to there was a time when I thought, oh, yeah, Duke, great. I like Duke. I've said this before. I liked Duke until 92, whenever Ted Valentine gave the whole hose job to IU up in Minneapolis. I kind of dug on Duke until that point in time, and then it was it. Like in 1986, when they're in the Final Four at Reunion Arena, I thought that was great. I like Billis and Allery and Amaker and Dawkins and Henderson and Danny Ferry's collegiate bald dome. Best player in college basketball is bald. Seriously. I mean, I put up with Cherokee Parks for a minute. But he kind of ruined it because he goes to Duke. And all this investigation and all this stuff that's alleged, and listen, you can say alleged all you want. Something's going haywire there, don't you? And then last night, you can't even enjoy it in the NBA. I mean, they got this guy on more than they have everybody else on. And the whole thing was like the Zion Williamson show last night. And they're going to ruin him before he steps foot in the NBA. They're going to ruin it for me. We're all going to go, all right, well, that's enough. But I guess there's a reason why. I mean, I think everybody says something similar about Stephen A. Smith. I never watch it. That's enough. There's a reason why he's getting paid about $9 million a year to go scream about something that really he doesn't half-assedly know about most of the time. But don't ruin it. Try not to ruin it. Anybody else feel the same way? Anybody, last night you go, God, I can't even watch this. It's just dripping with yeah. And it wasn't his fault. I mean, he says the minimum, and I'm going to go out and play hard. Can't wait till where I go and whatever. Yeah, that's the part I don't like. I love the NBA, and you guys know that. That's the part I don't like. The other part I don't like is getting a game like last night. What did I say going in to both finals? I said, man, the bar has been set high. I hope this is not supersonically boring, especially out west. And then the Trailblazers came out last night and acted as if this may be stratospherically boring. Don't ruin it for me. Don't ruin it. So I got ruined with a guy that we all probably should like because, again, he's incredibly talented, and he does play hard. There's no doubt about that. He's unlike anything I believe we've ever seen. When you start having to compare, when they're dropping in names and you have to morph like different dudes into this guy's body to come up with something that sounds even near the ballpark, that's a pretty rare dude. That's rarefied air right there. I don't know how he's going to translate to the NBA. I mean, hell, he may not be that much. I don't think he's going to be Anthony Bennett. But I just want to ruin it for you. Hey, let's go to Zion Williamson and have Zion Williamson talk about himself. Okay. And at least he didn't act like he wanted to. But it just stinking ruins it. And Portland's going to ruin this Western Conference Finals. Golden State, is it just me sticking in the curmudgeon-y category here? Golden State is a hell of a lot more enjoyable watching without Kevin Durant. Isn't that funny? We're probably talking about arguably, and maybe no argument, the best player in the NBA. And Golden State is more enjoyable to watch without him than they are with him. And I think Golden State got, I don't know about Portland in this series. It didn't look like they were ready for prime time last night at all. Don't ruin it. I love this time of year. I love the NBA. It sucks that the Pacers aren't involved and haven't been for a while, but I love this time of year. God, last night, it was a dreadful, seriously, it was a dreadful night of basketball. You got to get through all that muck and all these scenarios. And I got to hear Jay Billis 19 times wax poetic. I mean, hell, once like 10 years ago was enough. But here we are. All I'm asking is, and again, this is not on the curmudgeon-y tip here. I'm not trying to be old and decrepit and past it, but don't ruin it for me because I do. I love the NBA and I love the postseason, and last night sucked. There is no reason to watch any of it. I want to get your thoughts on it at 239-1070. Yeah, I want to get your thoughts on what I thought sucked last night and see if you agree. I just want to know kind of where the age demographic is. I mean, I guess maybe some of you are going to line up with me if you're close to hitting the century mark or you're over the century mark. But I'll be honest with you, man, we got to start cultivating here. We're like MLB. Local radio is and always should be and hopefully will be the place to go. But we're like MLB. We got to start developing those at a younger age here. Those that go, AM signal, what's that? AM? What is AM? What is this AM here on this radio? So we got to start building that. That's what MLB's got to do with the younger generation fans as well. But, man, don't go running me off. I so enjoy this time of year. Last night ran me off a little bit. Anybody else feel that way? Yeah, I know. And I'll get to that in just a second. I know a lot of you last night. A lot of you are watching the Cubs and the Reds. It took the Reds all of about 9 innings to dispose of my theory that it's a must-win series, sweep series, or whatever horse crap I came up with yesterday. Let me tell you a little something about Kyle Hendricks. And by the way, no more W's waving on my, all right, that's enough. Kyle Hendricks on his really good day is like Greg Maddux to me. I mean, the Reds at times, it doesn't take Sandy Koufax to befuddle these guys often. What's up? But listen, anybody worth their weight last night was probably going to struggle. He just like hit spot. He reminds me of Greg Maddux. I don't know, it's because he's in that uniform. Wouldn't it be great to be out there and, I mean, he's just not overwhelmed. He's just all calm, cool, and collected. Doesn't get all fired up about anything. I'd be out there like old school Brad Leslie crapping my pants. Screaming and yelling. But he had his Maddox-esque stuff going last night, and it was impressive. And Cubs fans, you guys don't like Almora Jr. as much as you should. And I don't like to pay attention because you guys get on my nerves with it all the time. But it seems like that he makes – every time I turn it on, it seems like he's making a play. Don't you guys love Almora Jr.? And there's plenty to go around. I mean, everybody – you guys love Baez gets all the love. That guy does his job and does his job well. We can talk up that if you like at 239-1070. Yeah, the NBA lottery I thought was a bore last night. I thought game one of the West was a bore last night. Hopefully it flips the script. Now, I like watching Golden State more without Durant than with Durant. And all of a sudden now you see all these Pacer things because you think now that Memphis, because of where they slotted as of last night in the draft, will go after Ja Morant, which means Mike Conley, how serious might they be trying to trade? Well, hell, but they were serious at the trade deadline this past February. That's a lot of money here. What's Mike Conley Jr.? Mike Conley Jr. is 30 what years old? He's 30-something. That's a lot of cash there, friends and neighbors. Countrymen. There's a lot of cash. I know, volume score. Hey, he's a volume scorer. Look up age and what Mike Conley averaged a year ago, Kyle, across the board from me. Age and what he averaged a year ago.
He is 31 years old.
31. That's young to me. But, yes.
He averaged 21.1 a game.
21. That's volume scoring. I should be aroused, yet I'm not.
36% from three.
36 from three. I should have full-scale arousal on Mike Conley Jr., but frankly, I don't.
He also makes made $30 million, 32 next year, player option for the year after that for 34.
Ew. I don't know. Well, we thought, and again, I'm not trying to compare the two at all, but we thought when Tyreek Evans got here, oh, yeah, there's the volume guy off the bench. That's exactly what you need. Yeah, not so much. All of a sudden, you roll in here, late, fat, and injured, and that's not going to help anybody's cause. You guys, by the way, on Twitter, coming up. You're right. The next shop, JMV Sucks t-shirt, has got to be late, fat, and injured. I think that's me. Not the late part. I guess sometimes I can be late. I'm never late. Knock on wood. I try not to be late. At times, maybe. Late, fat, and injured. Shop and Broad Ripple. Those guys got to come up with that. That's magic. Anyway, yeah, I mean, it does fit the criteria that I set, right? 31 and then an escalating $30+ million each year contract. That kind of makes me want to throw up in my mouth a little bit. 21 a year ago, yes, that does fit the criteria. But I don't like it. Is there a reason why I should like it? Should we all like it? Would you guys like a deal for Mike Conley Jr. if something can be ironed out? Is Mike Conley Jr. the type of guy that would work here? Is that the type of guy that I'm talking about? I mean, listen, give up the local guy stuff. I mean, he's not local. He's not from here anymore. He was here, had a great career at LN, but he gone. It doesn't feel right. And I guess I'm probably looking at age and escalating millions upon millions of dollars in a deal. But it does not feel right. So let me get this straight. Adam Gase gets hired, and he works with the general manager, and they're building this product with the Jets, and then the general manager gets gassed today. And what I guess is as close to you guys, is this what you watch Game of Thrones? I don't. Do you watch it?
No, I haven't seen it.
Do they have palace coups? Is this a palace coup of the Jets? Is this what they would do in Game of Thrones? Listen, I hope for everybody's sake, because Adam Gase is supposed to be this stinking genius, and I know that he dealt with, I guess, a lack of talent. He had Ryan Tannehill in Miami. But you tell me one thing that Adam Gase has shown anybody for the Jets to go, okay, well, this is all good. This is all you right now. The kingdom be yours. I bestow you the kingdom. What has he done? He's done nothing. I guess he's, what, how long was he with Manning? Was he with Manning while in Denver? Gase? Does he have a little Manning connection there? I know you guys are thinking that may sway my opinion. But as a head coach is what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about as a brilliant offensive coordinator or just an incredible quarterbacks coach, but this is a lot to put on a dude's shoulders that was a failure in Miami that was hired in the Jets. I don't even care about the wild eyes in that opening press conference, but so he didn't like that you signed Le'Veon Bell. I guess those are the stories coming out of New York. This guy better be like Lombardi-esque.
He had 2 years. 2 years with Manning. 1 year as a
No, I better change
coach,
my opinion then, because everybody that touches Manning's gold. It must be the Manning connection then, right? I'm quite sure that Manning was pretty much Manning without his help. I think Manning was okay. Well, here's what we're going to do. You're a little bit older now, Peyton. We're going to give you Adam Gase, and this is like Lombardi coaching ability, and he's going to transition you into come on. I mean, we both could have. I could have OC'd for Manning. See, I could have rolled in like I do today. V-neck, black T-shirt I purchased from Dollar General in a 2-pack, and basketball shorts that you can see right now if you want to check it out at YouTube. I could roll in daily, dressed just like that, and been the OC, and the same damn thing would have happened. This guy better be good. I like the old... Is that what they have, though? Am I right? Hey, Game of Throners out there. Game of Throners. Do they have palace coups? Because that's what this was with the Jets, right? Has somebody been savvy enough to make that connection yet? Or am I wrong about it? And listen, I don't begrudge you if you watch it either, because I want everybody out there to watch, to read, to listen to what you enjoy. Because putting up with bull crap that you don't want to put up with sucks. So you watch it. I don't watch it. I don't know why, because I didn't get into it early. And there wasn't enough like sex and violence early to draw me in. I go, wait a minute. Everybody tells me about the gore and the violence and the nudity, and all I do is tune in and hear a bunch of dialogue that I can't understand. It's like the damn Benny Hill show. So I wasn't drawn in immediately, but listen, if you do, man, do what you do and enjoy it. But it's like a palace coup. It's connection right there. Bowen Rakestraw with us coming up a little bit later on today. I know, MLB. I know, Cubs and Reds. Cubs have won 3 straight. They win last night over the Reds. Another one later on tonight. As I mentioned, Kyle Hendricks was just awesome. And I like Almora Jr. I don't know who he reminds me of. JMV, do you still have your love affair with Klay Thompson? I absolutely do, but I am a realist on that. But I do. Just more enjoyable. Golden State's more enjoyable. Which I guess equates to being better without Durant. Raptors Bucks later on tonight. Hold us for a little while, Eastern Conference Game 1, would you? Eastern Conference Finals Game 1, hold this for a little while longer than what took place last night. I cannot be the only one that thought last night in the NBA sucked. Our guy is working out strong. I'm going to get updates. I've got people at the NBA Combine up in Chicago that are going to give me updates on how my man the Mantis is doing up there. I can't imagine it's going to be any more difficult than playing against me, John D'Armelio, Ryan Harden, and Mike Landis down at Perry Meridian. But I think he's up for the challenge regardless, even if the competition is not as high as he's normally used to. I know. Reddish, Barrett, Williamson, Landis, D'Armelio, Harden, me. It's no competition there. Nah, but the best of luck to him, seriously. Good to see him. 60 plus, I think, guys got that invite? He needs to get matched up with, Killian Tilly so he can whip him. He can whip him, and the French guy can go back to Gonzaga if he hadn't already decided to hire an agent. And I should say, I guess he still can, Tilly can still go back, I guess, right? Take your French hurt foot back to Spokane so Blake Thomas will be happy. All right, 239-1070. Email address is jmv at 1070thefan.com. A fan favorite made contact, significant contact with the wall. I don't know what. Fernando Alonso. That's a tough one today. We'll get to that and more coming up on the other side. Tickets to give away. Kyle is over there. You've heard from Kyle. You doing all right over there, by the way?
All good.
No intro over there. That's my bad. Bad host. Sorry about that. All right, we'll load up some calls coming up on the other side. See if you agree, disagree with me. Conley, Pacers. I mean, you guys are dropping all these trade rumors about Miles Turner in there, huh? Oh, you want to trade Sabonis? Well, he makes $1.95. That's a good choice. Seems like a good idea. Quick break. Back with you next.
Out here, you need to control your environment, or it may control you. You need the Kubota L2501DT compact tractor. It comes with all the easy-to-use implements you need. Get the L2501DT for as low as $139 a month with 0% APR financing for 84 months plus a 6-year warranty. Now through June 30th, 2019. See us or go to KubotaUSA.com.
Find a Kubota dealer near you at GoKubota.com.
So you're breaking up with me?
It's not you, it's your morning news.
What about my morning?
It's boring, Karen.
But I grew up watching that station.
Fox 59 Morning News has all the weather, traffic, and local news I need. And they make it fun. When I watch Ray, Angela, and Jim, I feel like I'm in love. I love Fox 59 Morning News, and I don't care who knows.
But I can change. What if I watch Fox 59 Morning News with you?
Well, now we're talking.
Break out of that rut. Have a little fun with Fox 59 Morning News.
Hey, it's Kristen Cavallari, and if you haven't seen Paradise Hotel, Fox's new hit dating competition, you are missing a total disaster piece. Sexy singles are trying to get some action without getting the axe, because the last couple standing wins a huge cash prize. And tonight, the guys are gonna get the power, and you know what that means. Yep, lip-locking, backstabbing, hair-pulling drama. Don't miss the sexy train wreck that is Paradise Hotel.
Tonight at 9 after MasterChef Celebrity Family Showdown on Fox 59.
Oh, we've gone back and forth. One day the heat's on. The next day the cool air, the cooling unit's on. That is not good for the system. You got to make sure the system is ready to go. 1 hour heating and air conditioning. They come to the rescue with a $79 cooling unit tune-up. Who needs it? Of course, you need it right now. I need it right now, because the last thing you want is this thing not working the way that it should when it's 90 plus in the shade and it's incredibly uncomfortable. Oh, yeah, costing you money on the interior of your home because of the energy costs. That is an issue. Make sure that it's handled from the experts. 1 hour heating and air conditioning, the $79 AC tune-up right now. Tell my guys I sent you. 844 1 hour. That's 844 1 hour. 1 hour heating and air conditioning today.
No other car dealer in the world does the month of May like Penske Chevrolet. The captain, Roger Penske, is still celebrating last year's win with Will Power, his 17th at Indy, and he wants you to have some of the spoils. You can race to savings right now at 96th and Keystone and take home a brand new ride to celebrate the greatest spectacle in racing. How about a sign and drive lease on a 2019 Equinox? There's no down payment, and it's just $239 a month for 36 months at 10,000 miles a year on this roomy compact crossover with seating for 5. You can fit Joseph Newgarden, Simon Pagenaud, Will Power, and Roger in your car and still have plenty of room for a cooler and snacks. Lease a Silverado LD for just $199 a month. Jason Brett have all the details on how little you need to bring to the table on this winning deal. In all remaining 2018s, cars, trucks, crossovers, and utilities are over $10,000 off, or take advantage of 0% financing for 72 months. You can't beat the deals when you race to savings at Penske Chevrolet, 96th and Keystone, and online at PenskeChevyIndy.com. Chevy, find new roads.
Hey, it's JMV for the best, and that is Connecticut water. Do you have great water? If you don't have Connecticut, you don't, so get it right now, and here's a great opportunity. The Connecticut Premier Series Water Softener, K5 Drinking Water Station, and with that, the new leak detection system technology, and now take $1,500 off your purchase. It's that easy. Check out the 2 locations, Northeast Side Castleton, South Side US 31 and Southport Road. Online for my guys at Connecticut, Joe, John, and Dennis. ConnecticutIndy.com today. This offer won't last long.
You forget something?
Yeah, listen, I'm not going to be able to pick up Braden tonight after practice.
Oh, did something come up at work?
Nah, not even going to make it in today.
Why? What's going on?
Well, I'm coming up on some construction in about a quarter mile. I've already started ignoring the signs. In a minute, I'll force my way through traffic while texting. I'll pull the wheel a little too far and drive right through the barrels where I'm going to hit a few workers. One of them is going to get killed, so then I'm going to be arrested and charged with vehicular manslaughter.
No one plans on having an accident. But you can plan to avoid one. Read the signs. Slow down. Stay alert.
This is Ward Daniels, business manager of Labor's Local 120. Every year, not only do accidents in the construction zone kill and injure workers, they can also cost you, the driver, thousands of dollars and time in jail.
A message from Indiana Laborers International Union of North America and affiliated locals.
Hey, it's JMV, and cutting season 2019 is here. Are you ready? Paul and the gang at the Mower Shop in Fishers have you covered. Toro, Zero Turns, Honda Push Mowers, Hustlers, the Spartan Lawnmower, which is so awesome. You can go ahead and check out what they have to offer at themowershop.com. You buy it there, they will deliver it directly to your door. And they're also the place for all your parts and supplies. That's themowershop.com or 849-9500. Tell Paul I sent you. Themowershop.com. Now,
powered by the Hubler Auto Group, a dealer to help the people. Shopping for a new or used vehicle? Click drivehubler.com for Indiana's largest selection and best deals. Hubler has it all.
Guys, erectile dysfunction got you down? The Indianapolis Men's Clinic's all-male staff specializes in treating ED and other sexual health-related issues. Call today for a consultation. 999-9000.
The Indy Grand Prix is in the books.
Simon Pagenaud goes to victory lane for the 3rd time in his career.
And now we move on to qualification weekend for the Indy 500. The Fan joins forces with the IMS Radio Network for complete coverage all day Saturday and all day Sunday. The drivers.
For Joseph Newgarden.
The speed.
228.4.
The drama of Indianapolis 500 qualifications. Exclusively on FM 107.5 and 1070 The Fan. The Ride with JMV.
All right. Any of you suckholes want to come up here and knock me off?
On FM 107.5 and 1070 The Fan.
Quick shout to Meekum. I was out there earlier today. I was delivered the ultimatum when the 79 black Camaro Z28 rolled down the auction block, because I felt I may need that to accompany my tiny weenus. And my first thought was, okay, I would like to have this. And then I did the phone home routine, right? And I said, hey, I want to bid on this. And I was told if I bought it, I would have to live in it. That sounds like a Connecticut water question of the day right there. Should I buy it? If the ultimatum is I will have to live in it, is it worth it? It's a lot of the original interior. It's a 79 black Z28. And I'll grow a mustache and splash on some Aqua Velva and buy a leather jacket. I'll do all that later. if I have any funds. But the ultimatum was, if you buy it, you live in it. What should I do? I guess I'd have to live in it and let them drive away. That's a true story right there, though. Meekham's awesome, though. We talked to Scott Hoke yesterday. That podcast is up there. They were broadcasting on NBC Sports Network. I saw our friend Katie Osborne, who I think is going to join us later on this week. She was out there, and Dana Meekham, who doesn't have a dime to spare. He's not making any money. He was out there as well. Man, the cars are awesome. There's a car dealer from Dallas, and I forget, David Morton said his name was Don Davis. Anybody from the Metroplex down in Texas, the Dallas-Fort Worth area, know a dude named Don Davis? I mean, you could tell he was the dude. He was the dude walking around, and he had like 5 guys my age or older that were like trailing him. That was like his entourage. It was his aunt. He was just like this old guy that was walking around with his arms crossed, looking at different. Well, I don't know about that. What do you think about that one? Yeah, boss. Yeah, boss. Yeah. Looked like Brad Wesley was walking around from Roadhouse. Guy is filthy rich. 239-1070. Meekham, I'm going to have more for you from Meekham because it is an outstanding time. Why you need to take the fam there. Todd's at 239-1070 right now. Todd, hello.
Hey, JMV. I called you last week, first time ever from Howard County. I got a lot of buddies that listen to you, so they know me as Sarge.
Sarge!
Yeah.
Up in Howard County?
Yeah.
I love it because you just say Hard County. Hard.
Hard, yeah.
Like hard. H-A-A-R-D. I like it.
Yeah. Yeah, we call it Rushatucky and Kokatucky and Frantucky over here at Frankfort. But anyway, you mentioned Benny Hill, and I about drove off the road.
Yeah, I just used to laugh. I didn't even know what was going on. I just, because everybody else was laughing. I go, that's funny.
Yeah, but that dude had it going on, dude. He had them smoke shows in there.
Well, he did, and I liked it when they would, at the end, when they would speed it up, and then everybody was chasing him.
Yeah.
And then when they always smacked that little short bald guy on top of his head. That made me laugh, too.
Yeah, I got a quick one for you. My mom, there was a couple sitting in a park, and they had a cake, and they was going to celebrate something. And some dude rode through the middle of the cake on a 10-speed with them thin tires and cut that cake, and my mom peed her pants. Over Benny Hill.
Your mom peed her pants watching Benny Hill?
Yeah, because the dude drove right through their cake and cut it. It was pretty funny. But hey,
right there with you.
I didn't get to tell you last week when I called you that I'm a huge Cub fan, and I got a Cub Facebook page with several people in it, and I grew up with the Big Red Machine too, and my grandma was I don't know if you remember all them guys used to be on that.
Pedro Borbone? Yes, I do. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You want me to name you some Big Red Machine guys? Absolutely. Yeah. All it is the best lineup in the history of baseball. That's all it is.
Well, I know you can name them all, so can I. But I'll tell you why my grandma was a fan, because there was a guy down there that had a talk show in Cincinnati, and he'd have them all on there. And that Gwen Conway was on it, and she married George Foster. I'm drawing a blank on the talk show host.
Lance McAllister.
No.
Andy Furman.
No, but if I heard it,
Bill Cunningham. I can't give you any more of the legendary names of Cincinnati talk radio.
No, I know. I'm not talking about the players. I'm talking about the host of that show.
No, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, these are all talk show hosts.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
You're not talking to a dummy here, Todd. Come on, man.
I know you're in my wheelhouse. I'm older than you, but, man, you know a lot for your age.
No damn doubt about that.
But I was going to ask you if when they had that APB out on Amora Jr., if they ever caught him for that highway robbery.
Oh, that was tough last night. My man Dietrich was ready. Dietrich reminds me, and thanks, Todd, for the phone call. Reminds me, it looks like Lynn Dykstra. I don't know how he plays with that log damn chain around his neck like he's Run DMC too. I have no idea I don't know how that works. I do like him though. I like it because he's styling and profiling. If you noticed when he hit that last night and Almora went to get it and kind of climbed the wall a little bit to get it and made that great defensive play, which saved a couple of runs, and things could have been different last night. When he made that play, I think Dietrich is still standing at the plate admiring the shot. He has a great deal of admiration for his hits. And frankly, if I were the Reds, I would too, because they don't come around that often. Thank you, Todd. Dave says Don Davis owns a ton of car dealerships down here in the Metroplex. Man, he was walking around. He had a little entourage. He had people on his side. The only thing he needed, he was like Morris Day. He needed Jerome to come up with a mirror and start dancing, look at the mirror. It's the only thing he didn't have. That is a fun time. By the way, kids get in free out there. And the best part about it, and I'm not the biggest gearhead in the world, but man, do I love nostalgia. And there is so much nostalgia. I mean, you can't. I mean, you relive everything in the however long amount of time you spend out. It's awesome. It is awesome. JMV, I think the dude was trying to tell you about Bob Braun. Oh, yeah. I love me some Bob Braun back in the day. I always wanted a Craftmatic adjustable bed. It looked like a Venus flytrap, though. I was always afraid I'd get in there and press the wrong button and I'd get Venus flytrapped. I love me some Bob Braun. I guess Braun did have on all the red legs back in the day, too. Yeah, that's Big Red Machine, best lineup. You got George Foster was batting like, what, 7th or something? Yeah, just the best lineup of all time. Hey, listen, I gotta feel good about something. That's nice. Hey, JMV, Rozier has a chip on his shoulder playing in Kyrie's shadow like Oladipo did with Westbrook. Those two would make for a very solid backcourt. Holiday could run the second unit. I still like Terrence Ross as a shooting guard of the second unit. Aaron, what do you guys think? You like Scary Terry? You like Holiday coming off the pine? Or do you like Mike Conley, which is the Connecticut Water question of the day? If Mike Conley has been available and indeed will again be made available, is Mike Conley a fit here? He kind of fits the criteria I'm talking about, but the 30-30 club is not a good one, I don't think. That's over 30 years of age and escalating $30 million plus every year in salary. The 30-30 club is not good. Quick break. Back with you next.
Be sure to check out the Fans Events tab to see when and where we'll be at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway live this entire month. Details online now, 1070thefan.com.
Are kids better off in an intact family? You bet they are. This is Joe Cordell of the domestic litigation firm Cordell & Cordell. Kids living in a household with married parents do better in school, they're emotionally healthier, and they're more likely to stay out of trouble with the law. If you're in a troubled marriage, of course you should do everything you can to save your marriage, if only for your kids' sake. This includes considering alternatives to divorce. Of course, in some circumstances, divorce is unavoidable. In either case, if you're a man facing a crisis in your marriage, let us help you at Cordell & Cordell. Remember, we're the partner men can count on.
Contact the domestic litigation firm of Cordell & Cordell to schedule an appointment with one of our firm's Indianapolis area attorneys. A partner men can count on. 317-322-0122. Or visit online at CordellCordell.com. That's CordellCordell.com. Office in downtown Indianapolis. Cordell & Cordell, 101 West Ohio Street, Suite 1100, Indianapolis, Indiana, 46204.
At CBS 4, we're committed to bringing you the news you need. The news that's happening right now, on air, online, and in the palm of your hand.
We have a crew on the scene. We're going to have more details.
We're here to make sure you're informed, aware, and prepared.
Good evening, everyone. We begin CBS 4 News at 11 with breaking news.
Because everything can change in the blink of an eye, and that change affects you. Watch CBS 4 weeknights at 5, 6, and 11. Your news now.
On CBS Survivor Finale Wednesday, it's the Final 5.
I'm trying everything I can. This is $1 million we're talking about.
Plus, 11 were voted off. Now they will battle for one shot to get back in the game.
It is do or die.
Nothing can prepare you for the most unpredictable Survivor Finale ever.
It's like a roller coaster.
Survivor Season Finale, followed by the live reunion show, CBS Tonight.
Beginning at 8, followed by CBS 4 News at 11. Your news now.
It's Andy Moore Toyota. It's in Avon. It's 5 miles west of 465. It is on US 36. I'm telling you, look right now. AndyMooreToyota.com, because when you go there, you will find all the vehicles that they have on sale. Many at great prices. But what you're also going to find is what they can do for you right now. Have you heard it from me? 0% APR financing, 60 months on select vehicles. I'm telling you, some fantastic savings, too. Incredible savings. How about $189 lease per month right now on what is the fantastic Camry? I mean, awesome. You have so many ways to save with Indiana's Best. Hey, talk to Robert. Talk to Ben Mendoza about Indiana's Best. Andy Moore Toyota in Avon. And again, you can check out the financing they have going on select vehicles. It's going to save you money. I'm always trying to trend you in the right direction to savings. And car-wise, it's right here at Indiana's Best. Andy Moore Toyota in Avon, 5 miles west of 465 on US 36.
I'm David Peterson, Senior Vice President of ERMCO, Electrical Systems and Automation Contractor. We've helped build landmark Indianapolis projects including Riley Children's Hospital, Salesforce Tower, and the Pacers' new practice facility. We offer a full spectrum of low-voltage automation and energy solutions, a 24-hour emergency response team, and a medium-voltage electrical team. Contact ERMCO for your next project. A quality connection contractor, quality work, customer connected.
Denny Smith here for my friends at Sundown Gardens. You've known the name for 70 years, and this is why. They sell the best in beautiful annuals and tropicals, robust vegetable starts and herbs, long-lasting perennials and shrubs, and a huge selection of containerized and balled and burlap trees. Sundown Gardens, a trusted name on the north side, is now in a larger and easy-to-get-to location at 186th Street and Spring Mill Road in Westfield, next to Grand Park. Sundown Gardens brings beauty to your home and garden. Visit this week or sundown.gardens.com.
Finally, The Who is moving on.
We don't get fooled again.
Get set for a true Who experience like never before. This Saturday night, Ruoff Home Mortgage Music Center. Pete Townsend, Roger Daltrey. Reserved seats are on sale now at livenation.com. The Icons, the show, the Who. Moving on.
Hey, it's Big Joe for your trusted local independent American Standard heating and air conditioning dealer, Baptist Heating and Air.
A stands for air conditioning, B stands for Baptist, C stands for quick. No, honey, Q is for quick. You could use C for comfortable, and you could also say D for dial now. A is for air conditioning, B is for Baptist, C is for comfortable, and D is for dial now.
From A to Z, Baptist has you covered at 317-782-1900. American Standard Heating and Air, built to a higher standard. See IndyHomeComfort.com for great set the standard spring rebates.
What do you call a truly great beer that's brewed with more taste? Only 96 calories and 3.2 carbs? We call it Miller Lite. What are you holding? Miller Lite. Hold true. Great beer, great responsibility. 2018 Miller Brewing Company, Milwaukee, Wisconsin. Average analysis, 12 fluid ounces, less than 1 gram protein and 0 grams fat.
Maybe you haven't pulled the trigger on a refinance because you don't want to start over with 30 years. You want an 18 or 27-year loan? No problem. TheHomeLoanExpert.com.
Time trials for the 103rd running of the Indianapolis 500. Coverage Saturday morning at 10. on FM 107.5 and 1070 The Fan. The Ride with JMV.
Well, we're waiting.
Weekdays 3 till 7 on FM 107.5 and 1070 The Fan.
Chopper to Russell. Cubs win. Cubs win 3-1 the final to start this road trip on a winning note. What a performance by Kyle Hendricks.
Hey, from the Make Me Want to Puke radio network. Oh, man. Kyle's a Cubs fan. I'm not, and that's what I get right there. Go, Cubs, go. I mean, that's a really stupid song, but I'd much rather hear that. I hate the waving W flag crap sucks. Oh, man. Man, Hendricks was good last night, though. That was so Maddox-esque. Not Mike either, but Greg. Not Gary. That was great. He was just hitting all the spots. He acts like he doesn't put anything into it either. Does he sweat? That's awesome. Hey, quick shout, and Steve sends this to me, and I better give him some love. Marion had to win 2 today, and they did. The NAIA World Series bound 53-1. Marion Softball Knights. That is so awesome. 53-1. Oh, props right here from me. Thank you very much. I'm assuming because Marion does such a great job of this, whether we're talking about basketball or football, does a great job of, just basically canvassing the area and cultivating the talent that's around here. I'm assuming that many are from around here. That's all. 53-1 is great. Lots of love to Marion. On their way to the NAIA World Series. So I get this Fitbit, right? And I wear this every day, and every day it says, hey, you're doing great. And literally, I don't get up out of this chair. If I shift from one ass cheek to the other, is that like a step? Do we know? I don't move. I haven't moved. Unless I have to get up and go to the bathroom or something. JMV, if a Cubs fan flies the W, they should be required to fly an L when they lose. JMV, what's up with the Redlegs getting fleeced by pitchers recently? First, Syndergaard shut out with a homer, 1-zip. I know, Fires no-hitter. Hendricks last night. Hey, he not only did it with the arm, but with the bat, too. And I know, we got to get – I'm going to have to get going with Tucker here. I mean, I need a head of a live rooster or something. Something's going to have to happen here. Because we're slumping. I agree, Aaron. We're going to have to get that bad boy going. Michael Speaker said Foster batted 4th, bench 5th. I think Foster, I know when they were introduced, you can look this up at Facebook. I think Foster batted 6th or 7th in the World Series game I saw against the Yankees when both teams were introduced. Trying to think. It went, where did it go? Rose, Griffey, Morgan, Perez, bench, Foster. I'm forgetting. Concepcion, Geronimo. I think that's how I remembered it. But I was 6. I mean, what the hell? It was like it was yesterday. Hey, JMV, I completely agree with you. Completely agree with you regarding Adam Gase. That was what you would call in Game of Thrones a palace coup, or as we call it down in GC, a palace coup. That's C-O-U-P is coup in GC. It's like nobody makes a debut, you make a debut. John's at 239-1070 before the top of the hour. John, what's up?
How you doing?
I'm great.
Hey, just wanted to get your opinion on last night's lottery thing. I found it to be kind of a joke.
No, it was stupid as hell. I hated it. It ruined my night.
That lady who was so irritating, she would not shut up. And every team that picked, she would, Zion's not going there, or Zion's not. And what was he doing there? It was
nauseating. I thought I was nauseated by the entire thing. Stupid. And I love the NBA. I love it. Love it. I was nauseated by that, and I thought Game 1 of the West sucked equally. So it was a bad night for the NBA for me. I thought it was terrible.
It was almost as bad, just his last comment, as LeBron James doing his whole, whatever thing about where he's going. I don't even know why Zion was even there. I
don't even blame him. I really don't. I don't blame him in this case. I mean, all he says, they ask him 19 different questions, and every time he says, I'm going to play hard and I can't wait and all this, it's just awful.
It's just stupid. Thanks for taking my call.
Yeah, I'm glad. John and I must be the same age. So somebody's going to draft Tyler Hero, number 16 overall. Man, I hope he knocks down a number of threes because he can't guard his shadow. What is this? NBC has the Pacers selecting Nasir Little of North Carolina. That's barf-worthy.
Looking at CBS mock draft.
Yes.
29, Spurs, taking your boy, Dylan Windler.
Yeah, this one has Windler going to Golden State at 28. Those are really good situations for him, I can say that. I want to pat him on the back. Yeah, Nasir Little. Am I wrong? Can Tyler Hero guard, or did I just not see it? Maybe I just watched Kentucky games where he didn't guard. Hey, by the way, too, this has Boston selecting Romeo Langford 14th. And I don't know what the hell it is other than NBC. Who writes it? Rob Doster, I think, who's a college writer too, right? I think he's a friend of a friend of a friend of our friend, the Clapster, the Clapinator. Quick break, we'll come back. Rake Straw, there was an incident. I don't know if McLaren's going to be able to afford trying to fix Fernando Alonso's. I mean, hell, I saw a McLaren car that was $200K out at Mecum earlier today. Hopefully McLaren has the funds to fix Fernando Alonso's ride. There was an incident. We'll talk about that. Rakes at the track. Other side next.
Sports with Dan Dockage.
Mike Tirico nice enough to join us.
If I have the good folks of Indianapolis take care of me when I come in the next 3 weeks.
They're excited, Mike. People are excited.
As I know through you and through the good people of Indiana, through all the Hoosiers and Boilermakers and Pacers and Colts days and nights that I spent in the city, everybody says, man, this is great, but wait till you see, if you've ever been to the 500, you know what it is all about. Now I get to do it, which is really, really cool.
Dan Dockage, weekdays noon till 3 on FM 107.5 and 1070 The Fan.
Don't put up with a cranky old water heater. Time to get a new one and get happy. I'm Corey Kreitzberger, General Manager of Benjamin Franklin Plumbing. Replace your water heater with us and enjoy 24/7 service, local, licensed plumbers, and 100% satisfaction, guaranteed. Plus, we'll give you a free 10-year warranty upgrade. That'll make you happy.
Go with the flow, the local pros call Benjamin Franklin Plumbing.
Terms, conditions, and tax may apply. License CP 101-00018.
Hubler has it, savings. Hubler has it, choices. Hubler has it all.
Indiana's auto giant is changing car buying forever. Introducing a warranty so huge, you can drive around the world 8 times and still be covered. It's Hubler Auto Group's massive 10-year, 200,000-mile limited powertrain warranty. Shop any new vehicle at all Hubler locations with the warranty included. Chevys, Buicks, GMCs, and Fords. The warranty's included. Acuras, Hondas, Nissans, and Mazdas. The warranty's included. The Hubler family has helped Hoosiers for 60 years, and we're not stopping now. Visit drivehubler.com DriveHubler.com for the perfect car and our 10-year, 200,000-mile warranty. As Indiana's auto giant, Hubler has it all. Why buy anywhere else? You're invited to Hubler. Click DriveHubler.com.
Hubler has it all.
Warranty available on new vehicles, except certain models, not transferable or available on leases. A copy of the warranty is available for review at the dealership.
So you're breaking up with me?
It's not you, it's your morning news.
What about my
it's
morning?
It's boring, Karen.
But I grew up watching that station.
Fox 59 Morning News has all the weather, traffic, and local news I need. And they make it fun. When I watch Ray, Angela, and Jim, I feel like I'm in love. I love Fox 59 Morning News, and I don't care who knows.
But I can change. What if I watch Fox 59 Morning News with you?
Well, now we're talking.
Break out of that rut. Have a little fun with Fox 59 Morning News.
Hey, it's Kristen Cavallari, and if you haven't seen Paradise Hotel, Fox's new hit dating competition, you are missing a total disaster piece. Sexy singles are trying to get some action without getting the axe, because the last couple standing wins a huge cash prize. And tonight, the guys are gonna get the power, and you know what that means. Yep, lip-locking, backstabbing, hair-pulling drama. Don't miss the sexy train wreck that is Paradise Hotel.
Tonight at 9 after MasterChef Celebrity Family Showdown on Fox 59.
Springtime in Indy, and if you hate to paint, do what your neighbor Edwina did. She called Rhino Shield.
So over the years, I had to touch up the house. I just got to the point where I couldn't spend any more money on the outside of the house. And when I saw Rhino Shield, I thought that was the answer to my problem.
Remember, Rhino Shield's not paint, it's better.
I'd had painters here before, and it was usually quite a disaster with them leaving their equipment here and picking up things in the yard. But Rhino Shield was right on it.
Now you can have the guaranteed protection of Rhino Shield right here in central Indiana for 15% off the regular price.
The gentleman said, if you're interested, give me a call. And I said, honestly, can you come tomorrow?
Here's owner Jim Williams.
This offer's limited, so call me at 888-RHINO-41. That's 888-RHINO-41.
Don't paint.
Don't vinyl.
Go Rhino.
Don't paint. Don't vinyl. Go Rhino Shield. Never paint your house again. Rhino Shield.
I warned everyone 4 months ago that this year the purchase market would be fierce, and I was right. You need to be working with the right lender. TheHomeLoanExpert.com.
This is Indy Sports Center.
WFNI, WIBC, HD2,
W298BV, W228CX, Indianapolis.
Tune into the Fan Morning Show tomorrow at 7 o'clock for your drive into work. We'll keep you up to date on the very latest at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, plus more on the Colts and Pacers with Kevin Bowen. 7 o'clock tomorrow morning.
At the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, I'm Kurt Darling for 107.5 and 1070 The Fan. Things sure have gotten busy in the last hour here at 16th and Georgetown. The most notable change to the leaderboard, Joseph Newgarden, the Team Penske driver, has taken the top spot at 228.856 miles per hour. Scott Dixon is P2 at 228.835. The rookie Santino Ferrucci is the fastest rookie overall. He's P3. Elio Castroneves is P4, and Spencer Piggott rounding out the top 5 for ECR. Of course, one of the big stories today is Fernando Alonso. Not a good day for him. He wrecked his orange McLaren 66 car out of turn 3 earlier this afternoon. They had to take it behind the wall. They're going to try and repair that car as opposed to going for a backup car. Practice runs until 6 o'clock this evening. This update brought to you by the Indiana Donor Network. Be a hero at driventosavelives.org. At the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, I'm Kurt Darling, back at you in 60 minutes on 107.5 and 1070 The Fan.
Because Hoosier race car driver Brian Clausen said yes to organ donation, he saved a U.S. veteran, a father, a farmer, a mother, a volunteer, and so many more. Today, there are 114,000 people on the National Transplant Waiting List, and each day, 20 will die because the life-saving organ they needed didn't come in time. Be a hero. Save a life. Register your donation decision today at driventosavelives.org.
The Ride with JMV.
Ahoy, Ploy.
FM 107.5 and 1070 The Fan.
Oh, I'm glad you're with us, hour 2. Somebody check my brain. Trackside, talk of Gasoline Alley. Gets Kevin and Kevin. And Tony Donahue and the Speedway historian Donald Davidson. 7 and 8 respectively tonight. FM 107.5 and 1070 The Fan. Kyle's over there. I'm John. Thank you for joining us. Let me see if I can find this. Alex asked this. Any idea what's going on with 465 today? I couldn't get on going west at 86. I believe it is probably the Richard Luger funeral procession. Somebody may want to check on that. That's my guess. I'm assuming it's that, or everybody has stopped to stare at my luscious locks. Northside 465 right there on the PAI billboard. I'm assuming the first, not the second, but I'm sure the second gets a little bit of love. The Andy Moore Automotive Group hotline, Greg Rakestraw joins us out at the track earlier today. Man, I hope that McLaren can, piece together a nickel and a dime and two to get that thing fixed up, because I was out at Meekum and there was a McLaren for sale for $200,000. I know they don't have the cash.
Well, they may have dropped that price to $175 just to kind of speed things up and expedite the situation.
They're cash strapped.
They've got some money, and the plan is they think that the tub wasn't damaged, just kind of the front and back of it. And while they do have a backup, the hope is they can get up and running by the end of the day today with that car and get Fernando back out there. He had found some speed and turned a good amount of laps today after really not doing much of either yesterday. So this is a day they had planned on working on. But I think financially McLaren will be okay. I think financially Fernando will be okay. And while I don't think they're running for the pole, I also don't think they're in the last row shootout come Sunday either.
It's Greg Rakestraw joining us. Financially, he's probably got more in his wallet than all the drivers combined have on him. Right now, right now.
I would think in career earnings, he's the clear clubhouse leader of the 36 drivers that are out there, and I'm not sure the others could catch him. No, that's the joy of running in Formula One for the period of time that Fernando did. Yes,
he's probably got enough in his wallet to buy back Clabber Girl right now if he wanted to.
something like that. Yeah,
that hurts my feelings a little bit, man. Clabber Girl is an institution since we were rolling around in covered wagons, Greg. What the heck?
Sometimes you got to diversify your portfolio, John. I know nothing about portfolios, but sometimes you got to mix things up.
No, me either. I don't have a portfolio. I don't. I wish I did, but I don't.
I had a portfolio like Trapper Keeper back in the day. Does that count?
Yes, it does. It does. Hey, by the way, asking about Alonso, what was going on? What was the mistake as far as the wreck and why that occurred?
I think he just got too high coming out of 3. Normally, and there was a car close to him. I forget who it was, but I wasn't like that. I think that he got cut off or there was a little miscommunication there. I simply think and watched the replay that he exited a bit late. And once he got out of the racing groove in 3, he was up into the wall in 3. And then it was kind of a double whammy. And thankfully he didn't catch anybody on his way back on the track because, again, when he crashed just after 12:30, it was a very busy time as far as other cars on the track, but he went outside wall, then inside wall, and then finally made a slight touch even in 4. So I kind of pinballed all the way through the north chute between 3 and 4, but I think it was the exit of turn 3 that got him.
So did I hear that you were doing some PA work over the weekend out there?
Correct. You are doing PAI work. I'm doing PA work is the way things work out. So, yes, I had PA work yesterday, none today, have some more tomorrow, then I'll be kind of off and on throughout the course of the weekend. I think I'm off on carb day, but I've got Legends Day and I've got the morning of the race. So I will be at the track. I'll be on the air at 6 a.m. You will hear my voice when you're hosting the pre-race show, where normally I'm driving in while you're doing the pre-race show.
That's pretty awesome. Do you have any go-to lines for the PA? I mean, anything that you, just in case you need them?
I try not to, think these things out, be like Jim Nance and have things plotted for, if what team wins, what am I going to say when they claim the national championship? For some reason, I seem to go with the stars and cars of the NTT IndyCar Series. I kind of stumbled into that one on Saturday, so I caught myself doing that. I made sure I dropped some 16th and Georgetowns. I said a lot of race course yesterday because we referred to the Indianapolis Motor Speedway as that. I'm just trying to make sure that I hit the proper sponsors and not name past sponsors. So I slow myself down before I say NTT IndyCar Series, to not give someone a little credit for having sponsored the series or say the last 5 years that doesn't do that anymore, if you know what I mean.
Do you know what Gainbridge is?
I do not. I believe they're in the insurance business, but I'm not certain on that.
That may be a criteria. All right, we can do a little pre-production here if you want to.
Sure.
Look up Gainbridge, would you, Kyle, over there? Because I'm sure as hell not doing it. So, yeah.
I know that Gainbridge is on Zach Beach's car.
Okay.
That much I know.
Gainbridge is an online provider of simple, steady, high-yield products that empower consumers to grow and protect their savings. That line is way too long for you to work in, so you're going to have to come up with something different.
I think I'm just going to go with presented by Gainbridge. How about that?
No doubt about that. Hey, is it the usual suspects going to be out there this weekend to get the speed? Or has anybody surprised you to this point?
What surprises me is that the difference in no-toe speed and the actual speed. And so, for a while yesterday, Will Power ended up having the fastest car. He and Simon Pagino both went over 229.7. But the fastest guy in terms of no-toe was Ed Jones. I mean, and that was like a 224. Alexander Rossi had the fastest no-toe time today and wasn't, and when I was out there, all that close to the top speed. So, in other words, and teams I still think are more in race setup. They'll start to get into more qualifying setup in the next couple of days, and because the forecast looks so good for the next few days, I don't think the weather's going to mess things up in terms of what the timeline is for teams getting ready. I think really it's almost kind of, 1 through 25, 1 through 30. There's a heck of a lot of balance in terms of this field right now. So usual suspects, yes, but don't be surprised if there's even some different names in that Fast 9 coming up on Sunday afternoon.
Give me a couple of outliers you think might be a player in that Fast 9.
Outliers for Fast 9. I would just say that we have all thought that Ed Carpenter, we just assume Ed's going to be in the Fast 9 running for the pole, and that's kind of developed over the last 5 or 6 years. Spencer Pigot last year was in the Fast 9 too. So don't be surprised if he and Ed Jones, if all three of those cars are able to find speed and be up there as part of that group. I don't think anybody of the Andretti, of the Penske, of the Ganassi guys would be considered outliers just because how deep those teams roll. But if it goes farther down the Ed Carpenter racing list, don't sleep on Pigot or Jones there.
Greg Rakestraw is going to be out at the track. You're going to hear him out there. You hear him with us, as you always do. He's on the Andy Moore Automotive Group hotline. As far as level of talent or capability of putting something together, how deep is this field compared to last 5 or 10 years in your estimation?
Well, I think the field almost gets deeper every year. And where you could look at this as there are 10, 15, 20 legitimate threats to win this race. And I know that yesterday on day one that we went basically from 1 to about 30, where the fastest lap that everybody did was within a second of each other. Now, obviously, that will space itself out over the course of a given race. But if you go back to how things even cycled through last year, a guy like Jack Harvey, who had, barely made any starts in the series, dude, he was a difference maker late in the race. If yellow flags fall at a different time, we're talking about anybody that could win this race. So my guess would be is that there's going to be anywhere from 5 to 10 people that make the race where you go, you know what, that car just doesn't have an opportunity. But put it this way, John, how about more than half the field has a legitimate chance to win the race? I think we've been saying that for the last several years, but I think every year it grows that list grows a little bit longer. You can say that about this year's field too.
So Greg Rakestraw, he's on the Andy Moore Automotive Group hotline. So I do want to talk a little NFL with you. Of course, you do the Colts post-game show, and it's been all above board. Everything's A-OK so far with the Colts. And then you watch what happened with the Jets today. It is amazing. Now, is Adam Gase like Vince Lombardi Jr., or am I missing something here? What's happening?
Yeah, I heard you talking about this earlier, and it is remarkable that the kiss of Peyton Manning makes you an absolute genius, because Adam Gase has been very mediocre as a head coach. I'm not saying it's all his fault. He hasn't had great talent anywhere that he has been, but he has been largely mediocre as a head coach in the National Football League. And the Jets, by all accounts, had a pretty good offseason. People kind of like the moves that they make, and there's the obvious obstacle of nobody's been better than the Patriots in 20 years in that division. But people have thought, hey, maybe the Jets are maybe a 9 or 10 win team. Potentially, they could be a wild card team, a playoff team, and you make a move on the GM now. So no, it's what makes that franchise the Jets, and it's why we say around here, if the off season is boring, consider that as a very good sign for your team. And from draft weekend, it's all about 3 weeks at this point, but it's been pretty boring from draft weekend to now. And Colts fans, you want to hope for boring from now all the way until early August.
Considering the lottery last night, should the Pacers sniff around trying to get a hold of Mike Conley, who was readily available at the trade deadline anyway? Is that a fit you see here? I listen, do I like him? Yes. He fits part of the criteria, but the 30-30 club at this stage is a tough one, and that's financially with salary, and that is age. That's a tough one for me to get past.
As long as you can steer clear of talking about Mike Conley and arousal, I'd appreciate that going forward. But at the same time, it's the contract. It just, to me, he fits in every way other than the contract. And so I know he was really beaten up a couple of years ago. He bounced back from that on a mediocre to bad Memphis Grizzlies team. There's the hometown factor. I think he's still got something left factor. Frankly, only having 2 years on the deal, I think he would help in every way possible, except you don't really have a tradable piece to offset salary. So you'd have to trade to get him, and you wouldn't have to make the salaries match just because of they're so far into the salary cap. But because his contract is so substantial, it really limits you as to what you can do in free agency. And even re-signing Boyan and bringing him in would be a problem. And then, again, you still pretty much top 7 or 8, but you still have to have other pieces from a depth standpoint to make things all work out. So, I mean, literally, if he was making $10 million less, it's probably a legitimate conversation. It would be a perfect fit. But because his salary number is over $30 million, I just don't think you can do it.
What about Terry Rozier as a possibility?
I would love to see a guy like that here, but again, I got a feeling if Kyrie is not going to be back in Boston, and that is the assumption, then all of a sudden Terry Rozier becomes a much bigger priority for the Boston Celtics to bring back.
Did you watch the Bob Braun show growing up?
I'm not familiar with the Bob Braun show.
Out of Cincinnati, Bob Braun?
No. I got my TV out of Louisville, so I did not watch the Bob Braun show.
See, Bob Braun was here in Indy in this market. I thought maybe Bob Braun made it down to Louisville too. He didn't, huh?
No. I have nothing intelligent to say about Bob Braun. It was not on my television airwaves as a kid.
What was your favorite Louisville television station? Wave with Bob Dominy?
Yeah, I mean, I could name every of the 3 growing up. Then it became 4, like when I was in junior high, the different news crews in Louisville. So you had Dominy on Channel 3, Dave Conrad on Channel 11, and frankly, I have forgotten who was on 32 before Fred Cowgill, because Fred has literally been there since like 85 or 86. So Fred has been on that station for 3 decades, and he needed to do something in our studios a couple of years ago when Louisville and Kentucky were both here. And he started introducing himself to me. I started laughing. I'm like, buddy, I started watching you when I was 10 years of age. I know who you are. What can I do to help you?
Greg Graystraw's with us. The reason why I want to ask you this in closing is because you are so close with high school basketball, and I'm going to use basketball in this case over anything else. What do you think is the bigger problem right now in high school basketball here in the state of Indiana? Is it just how the lack or length, if you will, of time a coach gets to try to figure things out and stay within a program or at a school? Or is it just the utter lack of officials? Because, I mean, that's kind of a dying breed right now. I mean, it's tough to even recruit them anymore. What's the bigger issue here?
They are both problems. We are getting to the critical mass point. I don't think it's as much in basketball. We're about to that point in football where it is so tough to get guys to commit to doing it because of money, travel, BS that's put up with from parents/coaches to having enough officials to actually have games. If you look at the average age of officiating crews in both football and basketball, that gets your attention. But simply because you're required to have, a 5-man crew or a 6-man crew, for football compared to, everybody does 3. You can get by with 2 in basketball. Football to me is the bigger issue. Both those things that you bring up are a problem, but right now to me, the most pressing one, the one that's right in front of your face at the edge of your nose, is recruiting officials, maintaining officials, and treatment of officials.
I don't know. I don't know if that gets better anytime soon either. What you just named, I just don't see it.
I'm not sure that because again, you have to find more money to pay guys. Well, athletic departments looking for money in literally every shape, form of revenue they possibly could. The IHSAA has been great about, promoting the face of sportsmanship. And largely, I think the kids get it. The sportsmanship issues are rarely from the athletes. It's from the people sitting on, first base side and third base side, to keep it to a sport that's going this time of year. But again, it's also just simply put, the demands on everybody's time.
Yes.
That's the other reason why it is tougher to recruit. So whenever you bring this topic up or any officiating topic, you hear me, I'm quick to pounce on treatment of officials. And simply put, for the amount of money those guys get per game, it's not worth the crap they get from people in the stands. That is issue number one.
Wait, do you have to squash that, or do you overall have to raise the wage that these folks get for officiating?
You got to do both. If you can raise the wage, it helps people tolerate the amount of crap they get from people. But at the same time, again, good luck finding that money to raise those wages for officials. Good luck.
My brother, so I'm going to be on with Just for Men Beard on race day morning, and you are going to be on the big talker there at IMS. That's nice.
Correct. So what I will do is I will try to have a feed of the broadcast in the booth. And the rare times that you get to talk, I'll try to lay out. And then when somebody else is talking, that's when I will try to go with other announcements over the PA system. Does that sound good to you?
That's good, yeah.
Okay, yeah, that works.
That's awesome, though, man. Seriously.
Thank
well
you.
done. All right. Tell Amy and everybody I said hello.
All right, so we'll do, buddy. Thank you.
Greg Rakestraw on the Andy Moore Automotive Group hotline. Jim Dillman tells me this. Bob Braun was on the old Avco network. Indy, Dayton, Columbus, and Cincinnati. He was on back in the day here in the afternoon. Channel 4 had it. Channel 4 was, let me see off the top of my head. These might not be at the same time, but Channel 4 had a show with Suzanne McAllister and Rich Green. And I think the one with McAllister aired out of Bloomington. They had a small studio in Bloomington where they created the Bob Knight Show as well. And I think Jim Gerard had a show here, if you remember Jim Gerard. And Bob Braun. And you want to go, were you the most boring person in the world? What were you doing watching it? No, that was the option. I was either watching that or watching Another World or Search for Tomorrow or As the World Turns. That was the option. And you're kind of waiting around. And that was back before I was kind of inspired by soft-core soap opera boobage. That was back before that inspiration. And, back then you were just kind of waiting around till the game shows came on. But once I was inspired, I was inspired by Days of Our Lives and Hope running around and her cleave falling all over the place. Once that inspiration got there, then I was okay with it. But you needed back when you were younger to bridge the gap, and that's how you did it. It's a true story. Greg Rakestraw, podcast 1070thefan.com. Kevin Bowen's going to join us in the 5 o'clock hour. Hey, did you reach out to the Colts, or did I say I was going to? I said I was going to. I knew it. I can't trust myself. Hey, quick shout, too. I'm going to stop by Mash Crab. They said that I need to stop by and wear exactly what I wear to work, so I am. I'm wearing a V-neck black T-shirt that I got in a 2-pack from Dollar General store and basketball shorts. And I think I'm going to talk to a dad's club for St. Barnabas. I don't know what I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you, I'm going to share some yarns. I'm going to weave some yarns and share some stories of what I do. That's at I think I'm going to Mashcraft at about 8 o'clock or something tonight. And I am deciding not to play hoopage because I can't because of this tonight at Gathering Place. So that's where I'll be going. Mashcraft with St. Barnabas. And my kid doesn't even go to St. Barnabas. My kid goes to St. Francis of Clare. And I got to meet with those people too. Hey, listen, my kid goes there, so I am in. If you guys ask, I'll do it. I'll do every damn chili cook-off, every event, every celebration, every carnival, every dad's club, whatever you need, I shall do. I'm not trying to be Lori Loughlin or anything here, but I will do whatever you guys want me to do. Quick break and we'll come back. I want to do some calls. Were you guys, anybody else just kind of made sick by the whole lot? Last night of the NBA was terrible. I love the NBA, and I don't normally speak down about the NBA. Last night was just a bad night for the NBA. Alas, is it because I am of the older generation? Did the younger generation enjoy it, or am I spot on in the lottery and then game one, where Portland appeared not ready, anywhere near ready for prime time? Right or wrong? Reds, Cubs, that and more. 239-1070 with you next.
Hey, while we're at a break, I just want to give a shout-out to Casey Marks and Gordon Campbell of Crown Haven Wealth Advisors. You got to go talk to these guys. They're great. They know each person is unique and needs a unique retirement plan custom-made for them personally. That's what Crown Haven does. They maximize your Social Security, minimize taxes you'll pay, plus solve 6 or 7 other issues everyone faces in retirement. Let these guys help you. If you're not happy with your end of the year financial statements, call my guys, 844-896-7233. I can sleep well at night having Crown Haven Wealth Advice by my side. Do yourself a favor and call Crown Haven now and request your free custom-tailored retirement plan. A $500 value, you have to ask for a free copy of Baby Boomer Retirement Bootcamp book as well. Call 844-896-7233. That's 844-896-7233. Online, crownhaven.com.
Hi, I'm Ryan Kelly with thehomeloanexpert.com. Rates continue to drop and are near historic lows, and the value of your home is increasing 10 to 15% every year. Maybe you haven't pulled the trigger on a refinance because you don't want to start over with 30 years. Well, at thehomeloanexpert.com, you pick your loan term. You want an 18 or 27-year loan? No problem. Choose your loan term with the 5-minute loan approval, only available at thehomeloanexpert.com. The Home Loan Expert LLC, NMLS number 1326241.
Mecum Auctions, Indianapolis 2019. The world's largest collector car auction returns to the Indiana State Fairgrounds. 2,000 muscle cars, classics, Corvettes, hot rods, resto mods, and more May 14th to the 19th. Register to bid and buy tickets now and save at Mecum.com. Catch the Dodge Thrill Ride at Mecum Indianapolis 2019 at Indiana State Fairgrounds. The experience begins at Mecum.com.
Hello, this is Rob Evans. At INHP, we believe everyone in Indianapolis deserves to live in a safe, decent, and affordable home in a vibrant neighborhood. That's why INHP provides homeownership education classes, affordable fixed-rate home loans, and down payment assistance for low to moderate income households. INHP clients gain knowledge and purchasing power, enabling them to afford the home of their choice in a neighborhood that's right for them. Learn more about the choices available to you at INHP.org. That's INHP.org.
Slayer, the final world tour continues with Lamb of God, Amada Marth, and Cannibal Corpse. Tomorrow, Ruoff Home Mortgage Music Center, Slayer. The end is near. Tickets on sale now at LiveNation.com. Part of the Coors Light Concert Series.
At CBS 4, we're committed to bringing you the news you need. The news that's happening right now, on air, online, and in the palm of your hand.
We have a crew on the scene. We're going to have more details.
We're here to make sure you're informed, aware, and prepared.
Good evening, everyone. We begin CBS 4 News at 11 with breaking news.
Because everything can change in the blink of an eye, and that change affects you. Watch CBS 4 weeknights at 5, 6, and 11. Your news now.
On CBS Survivor Finale Wednesday, it's the Final 5.
I'm trying everything I can. This is $1 million we're talking about.
Plus, 11 were voted off. Now they will battle for one shot to get back in the game.
It is do or die.
Nothing can prepare you for the most unpredictable Survivor finale ever.
It's like a roller coaster.
Survivor Season Finale, followed by the live reunion show, CBS Tonight.
Beginning at 8, followed by CBS 4 News at 11. Your news now.
Hi, I'm Tony Cannon, and I'm here with Chuck Jones at BUS's Chevrolet. Chuck, it's May, and it's Indy 500 time.
Tony, it's also time to move some new Chevys. Right now, we got 22% off new Chevys for the entire month of May.
Wow, fans, now's the time to save big on Chevys.
That's right, TK, now's the time.
That sounds like winning to me, and it's all about winning.
If you want to win with a new Chevy, find new roads to Bill Estes Chevrolet or online at BillEstesChevy.com.
Don't put up with a cranky old water heater. Time to get a new one and get happy. I'm Corey Kreitzberger, General Manager of Benjamin Franklin Plumbing. Replace your water heater with us and enjoy 24/7 service, local, licensed plumbers, and 100% satisfaction, guaranteed. Plus, we'll give you a free 10-year warranty upgrade. That'll make you happy.
Go with the flow, the local pros. Call Benjamin Franklin Plumbing.
Terms, conditions, and tax may apply. License CP 101-00018.
Sports Center updates on the Fan are brought to you by Big O Tires. Buy one, get one wiper blade free flat repair and spring safety check. Big O Tires, the team you trust.
It's the Fan Morning Show with Jeff and Big Joe.
When we left the parking lot, I was sandwiched in between. I actually kind of cut Will off. So as we took off and got out, it was almost like a Grand Prix course. And I just felt like a driver there for a minute because I saw Will trying to pass me, and I sped up. And I did a little blocking.
But what you didn't see is him giving you the bird.
The Fan Morning Show with Jeff and Big Joe. Weekday mornings, 7 to 10. Only on FM 107.5 and 1070 The Fan. It's The Ride with JMV.
You two characters are going to Top Gun.
FM 107.5 and 1070 The Fan.
That's deep. Almora at the fence, and he leaps and he caught it! What a play by Almora! Don't know if it would have been a homer, but at least 2 bases for Dietrich. 2 down.
Gives me Diarrhea Radio Network with the call right there. That was a great play by Almora. Cubs fans should give him more credit than they do. Made a great play, climbing the wall just a little bit on that Dietrich hit, and I think Dietrich is still standing at home plate watching it. He likes to watch it. JMV, have you heard about this? The Colts assistant coach, Parks Frazier. And I'm not going to name names here, but you guys know who you are that are listening right now. Any of my hot sauce friends out there? Like, give me a shout sometime. I kind of want to know what's going on there. And I got to give some love to Tim Evans, who works at the Star, because somebody had actually emailed me yesterday and asked what's going on with those 2 Clark County judges that got shot outside the White Castle near South Downtown. Or shall I say White Castle right next to the Red Garter, where they were not. We are not at the Red Garter. But he shared the information and actually gave me the story to that. And there's a lot of holes to fill with ramen noodles in that one. See, if people were privy to what we were watching right now, Kyle, they'd completely get that reference. But I got to thank Tim for that with the information. There is definitely more to the story. And again, my hot sauce friends out there, I'm kind of curious. This is why I'm curious about the whole Parks Frazier house thing, is because 6 o'clock, Mother's Day evening, 80 shots into a home, breaking in the back door. I mean, these guys just disappear? I mean, it's not stinking Deadwood. That's amazing and scary. We got and I'm not telling you folks something you don't know, way too many jackasses rolling around packing heat. That. I mean, I know you usually just say mistaken identity, but man, you got to be kidding me. 80? And these guys just disappear Mother's Day at 6 o'clock? That's why you keep it on the down low, because you got to know who it is, I guess, right now. But any of my hot sauce friends, if you would like to, off the record, share with me something, I would love to know a little bit more on both subjects, too. And again, thanks to Tim Evans. There's nobody better at doing what Tim does. And got me up to date on that thing. We were not in the Red Garter. Because it was closed. We tried to get in, but the door was lined item. Yeah, I'd like to know a little bit more. If you got it, my friends in hot saucery out there. Hey, JMV, the only way you'd look like Lori Loughlin would be if you paid the school chili cook-off judges an order for your own chili to win. Yeah, I'm doing everything I can, man. I am. Whatever you guys need at St. Francis and Eclair. I say Eclair all the time. St. Francis and Claire. I'm there for you. Yeah, I'm talking to the people at St. Barnabas. St. Barnabas tonight at Mashcraft on my way home. Yeah, I don't even, Mitch, Mitch writes me a tweet. I don't even know about that one. It may be the owners before the owner. I mean, I don't even know about that one, man. Doug Thrasher writes this: soccer officials are the toughest to get in high school. No, we don't care about soccer, but I wouldn't want to be an AD. By the way, speaking of my high school, if anybody's listening down at Eastern Green, my God, I think he's there, right? Just hire Jamie Hudson. Just don't screw it up. Just hire Jamie. Jamie's right there. You need a coach. You've had to hire a superintendent, a principal, and a coach. Just hire Jamie. He's right there. Boom, done. Surely the hell you don't need me to come down there and figure that out for you. But if you do, I will. And I can. Just let me know. JMV. Thanks. The Morris Day reference just made me laugh out loud. I try to do that all the time. I'm getting this. So Matt sends me this. So I hear the possibility of trading Miles Turner to the Lakers for number 4. Thoughts? Trading Miles Turner for number 4. And then Bill responds with, Hunter from Virginia is better than Turner. It gives you money for free agency and signing Sabonis long term. Yeah, okay. I'm sure that's going to happen. JMV, I'm on board with Conley. I'm not on board with the contract. Well, that's the issue. You can be on board with Conley and his play. That's fine. But you also have to be on board with the contract because he's not going to leave that behind in Memphis. He's going to bring it with him. That will be packed in his suitcase. I assure you of that. So you got to be fine with them both. JMV at 1070thefan.com is the email address. You will wear out your Fitbit from all the trips to go pee Dale. Seriously, I don't know what's happening with me right now. I'm like a sprinkler system. Like every minute. I know I got to get my prostate checked. I just got to make sure with my insurance that I'm of age. Well, I don't know. You can't be sick until you're at least 50 with us, sir. I don't know. It just, I mean, I used to have, it's like I got the smallest bladder in history now. I'm back in the day, I was always, there's Kyle Knezovich. He's doing ice sculpting, and he's lost 30 pounds. Ice sculpting.
Hey, stop looking at my six-pack here.
I was looking at your six-pack.
Shredding.
He's wearing skinny jeans now.
Those are meaty. I've had these for years.
Ice sculpting. Thanks, Maria, for your ice sculpting. That's pretty funny, though. I'm sorry, where was I? JMV, those judges punched the shooter first. More to the story. If my police friends out there know, I'm kind of curious to it all. And really, I got to thank, I forget who emailed me yesterday. Hey, JMV, one summer I hooked up with Lori Loughlin in the Hamptons. So hot. I'm a liar. It was Bertha Mingus behind the Burger King in Muncie, Charlie. That's more like it. JMV, told you before Mike Conley, he married my cousin Mary. He's going to Boston if Kyrie leaves, or Indiana and Philly, his second and third choice. Grizz will eat some of the contract as well. He's a great locker room guy and leader who works out 24/7. So the 31 doesn't bother me. Let's just say Lincoln is very LinkedIn. Let's say what Lincoln is saying is accurate. If it's not Boston for Conley, if the Grizz eat some of the contract, are you down with the Conley program here? 239-1070. Brian is up next. Hello, Brian. How are you?
Hey, JMV. Hey, man. Hey, I want to ask you about your inspiration days back in the day. Did you ever watch the jazzercise girls with the big hair and the sweatband?
Here's who I watched, and this is a true story, and she still kind of moves the meter, if you know what I mean, a little bit on me. What was her name that was on ESPN? Katana? Kai? What was her name?
You got me, man.
You don't know who I'm talking about?
I think so.
Katana Tai. I think she was working out of Hawaii, and then ultimately she stripped in Playboy. Katana, I think it was her name. Yeah, that was worthy of watching in the day right there. It was. I didn't work out, but I did watch. I mean, listen, we had to scrape and claw in the day to get our cleavage view. You know what I mean? We didn't. It's not as easily as received now as back then. We had to work for it. Kiana Tom. Greg and Carmel's all about this too. Kiana Tom was her name, and I religiously watched that show. I don't know what she did, but she worked out, and it was spectacular. Yes.
Yeah, I hear you, brother. And as far as the draft goes last night, I hope Zion goes back to school. They just kept showing him. It's ridiculous.
It ruined my night. I mean, that whole escapade of showmanship that ESPN put on ruined my night, and then it was backed up by a horrible game number one. And I was worried that what we saw in the semifinals might end up setting the bar too high and ruining us for the finals and then the NBA finals. And that's the way it looked in game one last night. Long way to go, but that's the way that it looked.
I think Jamie Gertz was kind of a highlight, though, especially when she stood up at the end.
Jamie Gertz. What's your favorite Jamie Gertz moment in celebrity history? What do you got?
I got nothing, man.
All right.
She was go after the Tampa Hawks pick. She stood up and was ready to bolt, man.
Yeah, she's married. She's married to the owner of the Hawks, right? Is that where the connection is? Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, peace, man.
Brian, thank you. Jamie Gertz is married to the owner of the Hawks. My Jamie Gertz moment I loved her in The Lost Boys. Her name was Star. She was also in one of the great episodes of Seinfeld because she could not, if you remember, quote, spare a square when she was riding shotgun in the crapper next to Elaine. Remember, she couldn't spare a square. And then she turned out to be, she was a phone sex voice. And she talked to Kramer all the time. That's a pretty good episode. That was quality Seinfeld episode right there. What was she in the? No, that was. Don't get her and Daphne Zuniga mixed up. She wasn't in Melrose Place or The Sure Thing. Jamie Gertz. That's a blast from the past right there. Hey, Tony, if you hang out, I'm going to put you on deck, and we're going to put you in the ball game coming up on the other side. 239-1070. Back with you next.
Tune into the Fan Morning Show with Jeff and Big Joe this week for your chance to win an American Dairy Association of Indiana prize pack. # Winners Drink Milk. You won't want to miss out. Details 1070thefan.com.
Hey, neighbor. How's Josh? Haven't seen him in a while.
He took on a second job. You know, the boy just can't seem to figure out what to do with his life.
Yeah, Ryan was the same way. Being cooped up in an office cubicle just wasn't for him, you know?
Yeah, I don't think Josh is cut out for the office either.
So Ryan became a union electrician, and he's happier now. More confident and earning great pay. What? Hey, where are you going?
To talk to Josh. This is right up his alley.
This is Steve Mincer, business manager for the International Brotherhood of Electrical Workers, Local 481. Being a union electrician is rewarding. Our members earn good pay, full health care, and benefits that allow many to retire before the age of 60. Plus, our hands-on craftsmen get to see what they accomplish daily, something not always visible with a desk job. So if this sort of career sounds like a fit for a young person you know, someone reliable with a good attitude, learn more at ibew481.org.
Connecticut water is the best. I want you to have the best water. I want you to have the greatness that is Connecticut. And Joe, John, and Dennis give you just a tremendous opportunity right now. Here is the deal. You need the Premier Series water softener to have the best water, right? You want the game changer that is the in-home drinking water station because I've heard your conversations. You want to be better hydrated. You want to drink more water, but you don't want to have to deal with all the water bottles and you recycle and it's a pain here and a pain there. No. This is where Joe, John, and Dennis come in. Premier Series water softener, in-home drinking water station. Are you ready? $1,200 off right now for them both in your home. Good to go with the best water that is Connecticut. 2 locations, northeast side, Castleton, US 31, Southport Road on the south side. Joe, John, and Dennis are absolutely the best, and they have for you the best water. Online, ConnecticutIndy.com today.
Hey, if you are nervous about going to the dentist or simply don't go to the dentist because you're afraid, you got to call my friends at Today's Dentistry and ask them about Sedation Dentistry. Sedation Dentistry allows you to get the dental treatment you need and want in the most relaxing, comfortable dental environment available. Don't let fear of the dentist or dental anxiety keep you from getting proper dental care. Dr. Michael Neal at Today's Dentistry is here for you. Call 317-849-2933 and schedule your sedation consultation. 849-2933, Today's Dentistry.
Hubler has it, savings. Hubler has it, choices. Hubler has it all.
Hey, Brooke Hubler here with Dan Dockich.
And we're here to tell you about our Memorial Day sale going on all month long at Hubler Chevrolet.
That's right. We're so excited for Memorial Day. We're giving you savings all month long.
Hubler has over 2,500 cars, trucks, and SUVs in stock, including 200 under $10,000.
Right now, get a new 18 Silverado over $13,000 off MSRP. A new 18 Malibu over $4,300 off MSRP. Even a new 18 Cruise over $4,100 off MSRP. All with our massive 10-year, 200,000-mile warranty.
Hubler is Indiana's Chevy giant because they're home to the largest selection of Chevys in all of Indiana.
Hubler has it all at 5 Hubler Chevy locations. Let my family help yours find new roads. Call us at 888-221-5101 or click drivehublerchevy.com.
Hubler has it all.
On select models plus tax, title, and fees. See dealer for full details.
Diamond's Direct. All right. 2019, year of engagement. What do you do? Well, here's what you do. You check out My friends at Diamonds Direct. You want to know why? Because the value, because of the education, because of the quality, because of the integrity, all things that they stand behind. It's the buying experience that is the absolute best for you. You are going to get a great engagement ring that she will absolutely love, and it's going to be at a fantastic price with incredible guarantees, unmatched warranties. That's what you get with Brad and the gang at Diamonds Direct. The highest of grade is what we're talking about here. Craftsmanship, exclusive designers, all that you're looking for is at Diamonds Direct. For diamond engagement rings, fine fashion jewelry, and more, nobody else comes close. Keystone at the Crossing, the official jeweler of the Colts.
No problem. Erectile dysfunction? No problem. Premature issues or low testosterone? No problem. We can help. In just one visit to the Indianapolis Men's Clinic, we can treat your erectile dysfunction or premature issues. Is what we do. All day, every day. Stop waiting. Stop being disappointed in your love life. Take action. The doctors at the Indianapolis Men's Clinic offer the latest solutions for male performance issues, and you'll see results in your first visit, or there's no charge. Call 999-9000 to meet with our licensed providers no matter your age or your conditions. Diabetes, no problem. High blood pressure, no problem. Prostate cancer or low testosterone are causing your issue? No problem. We can help. Call Indianapolis Men's Clinic now to schedule your consultation at 999-9000. 999-9000. That's 999-9000. Online at indymensclinic.com, and be sure to ask about their amazing priapus therapy, known to increase stamina, sensitivity, and even size. The Indianapolis Men's Clinic, your key to a better life.
The Jeff and Big Joe Show has moved to mornings. Weekdays 7 to 10 on FM 107.5 and 1070 The Fan. The Ride with JMV.
I got nowhere else to go.
FM 107.5 and 1070 The Fan.
All right, so wait on it here. 3, 2, yeah. They will not play this song, but this is one of the greatest songs of the Kool and the Gang catalog right here. Turn this up for me. Crank it up, Kyle. 1, 2, 3. Oh, God. Awesome song. Kool and the Gang is a part of Carb Day. And they won't play this. I guarantee they won't play this. They should. But they're a part of Carb Day. Foreigner's a part of Carb Day. Miller Lite Carb Day. Foreigner, Kool and the Gang. General admission $30. Kids 15 and under free. Concert pit, additional $25. VIP deck, $250 if you need it. Get the Pit Stop Challenge, Indy Lights Freedom 100 race, Indy 500 practice runs, and you got my show where we're all building a pyramid, and where you must chug on demand. Mandatory chugging on demand, and Brian's going to bring out the snake pit juice, and we all got to drink from the same jug. I know it sounds like a Clampett thing, but it's not. We all got to drink from the same jug. You like this song, don't you, Kyle? Have you heard this song before?
No, I haven't.
This is way, way, way past your time. Hey, Todd, have you ever heard Kool and the Gang's Open Sesame? You know what album that's from? What iconic... No. Hold on. Don't shake your head. What iconic film album of the late 70s? Because you can tell there's a lot of funk in this, but there's a little bit of disco. Blank Night Fever. Saturday Night Fever. Thank you, Kyle. Miller Lite Carb Day, Firestone Legends Day. This is going to be awesome. Carb Day is going to be great. I want you guys, I hope you've ordered now the JMV Sucks t-shirts and you're rocking them out there for Carb Day. It's going to be a great time. I promise you that. Great time. You will love it. Ron Loy says Jamie Gertz was also in Twister. I always mixed her up with Terry Hatcher. Ooh. Yeah, I always mixed Jamie Gertz up with Daphne Zuniga. And then I go, oh yeah, Melrose plays Zuniga. Gotcha. I promised Tony at 239-1070. Tony, I delivered for you. Go ahead.
And I'm after the break for once, man. Right on.
Ha! You got it. Go.
Hey, this isn't why I called, but I love your Rodney Dangerfield Caddyshack re-entry. You need to add one more to the rotation when he makes fun of the judge's hat. Like, oh, what an ugly hat, but it looks great on you, though. That's quality. But
hey, Wang, it's a parking lot. Yeah, go ahead.
Wang. I heard your Miles Turner comment you read from a fan.
Yes.
About trading him for the number 4 pick. Halfway through the season, me and one of my buddies, who's a big Pacer fan too, sat down and went through all the centers. He's at least go through yourself, please, and tomorrow tell us who you really think is a better center than Miles in like your top 10, because so many fans, there's really not that many great centers in the league, and to have one of like the 10 best, in my opinion, people are too damn picky. Like, not every center does everything. So I just for the heck of it, for S's and G's, as you say, after I jump off, please tell us who you would take over him, because I really don't think there could be more than like 7 or 8.
Let me tell you this.
So ready to get rid of him.
And you are poised to get responses from the jerkiest of jerkweeds out there that I have to deal with on a daily basis. And you're going to get, and I blank you not on this, you're going to get names, like you're going to get Lopez brothers' names. You're going to get all these names that others would rather have than Miles, just because you've now lifted up the rock, and the underbelly will start scattering of anti-Miles conversationalists that I get on a daily basis here. That's what's coming.
Well, luckily for me, I don't care what they say. I'm just curious what you think.
Listen, thank you very much, Tony. You know me. I'm still going to hang with him. I do, unfortunately, believe there's going to be a shelf life, but for both he and Sabonis at some point. I don't know if there's any way around it. I hope that I'm absolutely wrong. Absolutely wrong. Kevin Pritchett, in fact, told me that I was wrong. And I hope that I'm wrong. I just, further down the road, Miles has an incredibly manageable contract. Dude wants to be here. Listen, do I want him to be better offensively, more consistent offensively? Yes. I mean, most of you believe that all of a sudden he's going to turn into Kareem Abdul-Jabbar and have these signature skyhook. It's not going to happen. His development is where all NBA big men are developing. Now, part of the issue is, I listened in the post-game or the postseason presser when Nate was talking about he thinks the era of the legitimate 5 and the big man is coming back. I don't know what the hell he's watching, but I don't see that. I see these guys stepping out. You want to know why? Because we all know this. And my friend Mark Barnheiser back in 1989 coined the phrase, 3's better than 2. 3 is always going to be better than 2. Quick break. We'll come back. Thoughts top of the hour. Kevin Bowen. Other side, I got stuff to give away as well. Back with you next.
So you're breaking up with me?
It's not you. It's your morning news.
What about my
it's
morning?
It's boring, Karen.
But I grew up watching that station.
Fox 59 Morning News has all the weather, traffic, and local news I need. And they make it fun. When I watch Ray, Angela, and Jim, I feel like I'm in love. I love Fox 59 Morning News, and I don't care who knows.
But I can change. What if I watch Fox 59 Morning News with you?
Well, now we're talking.
Break out of that rut. Have a little fun with Fox 59 Morning News.
Hey, it's Kristen Cavallari, and if you haven't seen Paradise Hotel, Fox's new hit dating competition, you are missing a total disaster piece. Sexy singles are trying to get some action without getting the axe, because the last couple standing wins a huge cash prize. And tonight, the guys are gonna get the power, and you know what that means. Yep, lip-locking, backstabbing, hair-pulling drama. Don't miss the sexy train wreck that is Paradise Hotel.
Tonight at 9 after MasterChef Celebrity Family Showdown on Fox 59.
Do you know May is National 529 College Savings Plan Month? Forum Credit Union, Kevin and my friends are celebrating by reminding parents out there the Sprout College Matching Account. I've talked about this before, right? I mean, for people like me that just can't comprehend past, next hour, this is perfect. It's a perfect complement, in fact, to a 529 college savings plan. This account pays a competitive dividend rate plus matches deposited funds up to $100 every year. You can stop by any Forum branch location. Seriously, ask for Kevin and let Kevin and the staff explain to you what the Sprout account is all about. Or for more info, instantaneously online, forumcu.com.
Business owners and professionals face special challenges in divorce court. In addition to everything else going on, they have to contend with allegations that they are earning more than they are, coupled with claims on their business or practice itself.
Attorney CPA Joe Cordell.
An effective defense often hinges on sophisticated strategies relating to income tax projections, business valuations, spousal support claims. Clients with assets depend on their divorce lawyer's skills in these matters, and that's why it's so important to hire someone that has those skills.
Contact the domestic litigation firm of Cordell & Cordell to schedule an appointment with one of our firm's Indianapolis area attorneys, a partner men can count on. 317-322-0122 or visit online at CordellCordell.com. That's CordellCordell.com. Office in downtown Indianapolis. Cordell & Cordell, 101 West Ohio Street, Suite 1100, Indianapolis, Indiana 46204.
Finally, The Who is moving on. We don't get fooled again. Get set for a true Who experience like never before. This Saturday night, Ruoff Home Mortgage Music Center. Pete Townsend, Roger Daltrey. Reserved seats are on sale now at livenation.com. The Icons, the show, The Who. Moving on.
Make sure the cooling unit is running as it should. JMV for 1 hour heating and air conditioning, 844 1 hour, $79 AC tune-up, making sure you got the hookup for the rest of the summer and nothing is going to go wrong. You're going to stay cool and refreshed and comfortable, and energy bills are going to be where they should be, because if your unit's not doing what it should, it's going to hit you in your wallet. That's a bummer. $79 for an AC tune-up right now is the direction you need to go. Tell them I sent you 1 hour heating and air conditioning, 844 1 hour. That's 844 1 hour today.
Maybe you haven't pulled the trigger on a refinance because you don't want to start over with 30 years. You want an 18 or 27-year loan? No problem. TheHomeLoanExpert.com.
This is Indy Sports Center.
WFNI, WIBC, HD2, W298BB, W228CX, Indianapolis. The talk of Gasoline Alley with Speedway historian Donald Davidson. Weeknights at 8 on FM 107.5 and 1070 The Fan.
From the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, I'm Kurt Darling for 107.5 and 1070 The Fan. Over 2,800 laps have been turned so far as we head into happy hour. Joseph Newgarden, the top overall time today, 228.856 miles per hour, his best time so far today. Scott Dixon is right there in P2 behind him, 228.835. Santino Ferrucci is the fastest rookie at 228.561. He is currently third on the speed charts. Fernando Alonso wrecked out of practice earlier this afternoon. He was a little high getting out of turn 3. The news from Gasoline Alley is that his team plans to bring out the backup car, and they plan to use parts from both the primary car and the backup car, and they're going to put them together on the backup car, and they are going to be using that car as his primary car. Practice ends at 6 o'clock. This update brought to you by the American Dairy Association of Indiana, reminding you that winners drink milk. At the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, I'm Kurt Darling for 107.5 and 1070 The Fan.
On race day, all 33 drivers in the Indianapolis 500 field will be speeding towards one shared goal to meet 2 Indiana dairy farmers at the end of the race.
Because those dairy farmers will be holding the main ingredient to the most iconic celebration in all of sports, the Victory Circle bottle of milk.
3-time 500-mile race winner Louis Meyer launched the tradition back in the 1930s when he took the checkered flag and asked for a bottle of his favorite beverage, buttermilk. Many years, thousands of miles, and gallons of milk later, the beloved tradition continues, and milk is recognized around the globe as the symbol of victory at Indianapolis.
So raise your own glass of pure, ice-cold goodness on race day and every day, and enjoy the same thirst-quenching taste savored by the Indianapolis 500 champion. Great taste, plus 9 essential nutrients. Milk, undeniably dairy. It's worth the drive year after year.
The Ride with JMV.
Hey, my buddy, Swanson, full steam ahead, over there. I want to go over there. I'll move over, Swanson, I'm driving.
On FM 107.5 and 1070 The Fan.
Of course.
I want to be a cowboy. Do we like the PGA Championship in May? Any golfing fans out there dig it in May over August? And you can be my cowgirl. What do you think? You a golf fan over there, Kyle?
I'm a golf fan. I'm pretty indifferent.
Huh. I guess it doesn't matter, does it? You guys like it in May, or would you rather have it in August? JMV, I also would be in love with Kiana Tom and the Kiana Tom. I never worked out a second, but I watched every second of that show. When I waited, yeah, you know what? I'm not going to leave for the commercial here because when we return, she is going to do pelvic thrusts. I'm here. What class? Wait a minute. Class? This is Indiana State. I don't need to go to class. What, are you making ashtrays today? Come on. I'm sorry, sir. I could not make the 2 o'clock in the afternoon class time deadline because Kiana Tom was doing pelvic thrusts. No, it was Kiana Tom for me. From Andy Miller, I'm back in Indy for a day, and man, it's good to hear your voice. Andy Miller, thank you for listening, my brother. I appreciate it more than you know. All right, Philip, Pacers trade. Now, I saw, because we were in a break, and I saw everybody calling. Everybody wants to put the hammer down on Miles. That's what happens. I told Todd, or Tom, or whatever his name was, when you pick up the right, they're going to scurry. We'll get back to you guys in just a second. On the Andy Moore Automotive Group hotline, we will ask far greater than an avid golfer and golfing fan, Kevin Bowen of 1070thefan.com. Do you like the PGA Championship better in May or in August?
Give me May. Absolutely love it. It's too long of a break with the old schedule to wait from the second week of April all the way to pretty much Father's Day, around mid-June for the U.S. Open. So split up the majors, one every month, and then if you're ever going to try and make the playoffs big in golf, that can happen in late August. And, yeah, I love it. I love it.
Who's your pick?
Well, obviously my heart always picks Tiger. I think Dustin Johnson or Jason Day, as long as that back holds up. I think you need a long hitter at Bethpage State Black. So you're probably going with your usual Brandt Snedeker. I don't know if Brandt hits it far enough.
It's Kevin Bowen with us. All right. So when I was growing up, I loved Walter Payton. When I was growing up, I loved George Brett. When I was growing up, I loved Pete Rose and Johnny Bench and Joe Morgan. Is that where Tiger Woods would be for you? I mean, is that your P1 all-time great athlete? That's who you love?
Oh, yeah. Without a doubt. I mean, I remember distinctly watching the 97 Masters in my parents' basement, and he made it look fun. He made golf look like a sport where you could show emotion and just really made it look interesting. At that time, my older brother played, and I really hadn't touched a club at all. But after that, I got the itch pretty quickly, and it's by far my favorite sport. So, yeah, Tiger he just moves the needle for me like none other, and I think I speak for a lot of just normal sports fans. And sitting down and watching a round of golf when he's playing, you wouldn't do so if he wasn't in the field. So, yeah, he is by far my favorite athlete.
Does he re-inspire the golfing industry in general?
I think he does, yeah. I definitely think he does. I also think of this current generation of your Justin Thomases, your Jordan Spieth, your Brooks Koepkas, some of these younger guys out there right now, I mean, they've made it pretty clear that, Tiger was a big reason why they started playing golf and why they were so motivated at a young age to maybe not follow like the basketball, baseball, football, whatever route that so many of their probably peers were doing at that age. He made golf look fun and certainly has upped the attention and the money involved and the sponsorship elements and all of that. And I think it's a huge reason why it's as big of a draw as it is today.
Bowen's 1070thefan.com. You can find his work there. Kevin's on the Andy Moore Automotive Group hotline. Do you watch Game of Thrones?
I don't.
I don't either.
I don't, and I feel like I'm missing out. Am I?
It was what happened, what Adam Gase did with the Jets, is that a palace coup?
Well, I don't know who the hell Palace Coup is.
No, a palace coup is when somebody else is running the palace or working to run the palace, and you use your prominent standing or power to take over.
I got you. Cool. Okay.
My God, where did you go? Where did you go to school? What the hell's wrong with what?
I thought you were going to throw out a character in Game of Thrones.
I mean, hell, I would see. And here's where I put you. I place you in the upper echelon of smarts, real good, because there's no way in hell if I'm talking to Hagen, I'd ask him that, because he's from Alabama and they go to school barefoot. He had no idea what the hell they're talking about there about coup. I thought that was going to be in your wheelhouse, a palace coup.
I got it. I got it. Yeah, I guess it is very, very similar to that. It's shocking to me that Adam Gase is, fired by one AFC East team, and now he has Pete Carroll, Bill Belichick-like control for another NFC or AFC East team. I have no idea what the Jets are doing and letting Mike McCagnon run the offseason that he just ran with giving the money to Le'Veon Bell and C.J. Mosley that you gave, and then turning around and running just a very important draft. It honestly is. It's the two most laughable franchises in the NFL right now are in the biggest market.
Yeah, I agree. Think about this. The two most laughable franchises in the NBA are the two biggest markets.
Right. That too. I mean, it's almost like, Chris Johnson and whoever's running the show for the Jets out there from an ownership standpoint. It's like, here you go, Giants. Hold my beer for a second. Watch us do this. I mean, 2 weeks after the draft, you had the number 3 overall pick in that draft, let alone what you just did in free agency. And you're now given a pretty young NFL head coach who hasn't done much on his resume. You're giving him a whole lot of control right now.
It's Kevin Bowen with us, and you'll have to answer me this because I don't get it at all. And I know that your connection with Peyton Manning, obviously, but why so much made for Adam Gase? Because when he worked with Manning, essentially the guy working the front door at the Red Garter could have been his offensive coordinator, and it had been the same.
That was good. I have no idea. Honestly, I mean, the development of quarterbacks in Miami speaks for itself, and Adam Gase was there running the show. I think they maybe made the playoffs that first year and got blown out, I want to say, at Pittsburgh. I kind of forget who even started for them in that playoff game, but, very middling seasons after that. I don't know what the infatuation is with Adam Gase, but I think it's just the infatuation that you're seeing with the NFL right now, and that you're finding this somewhat young offensive mind that can, turn young quarterbacks and have similar success. So obviously what you've seen with Sean McVay and the Rams, I think that's what everyone is obsessed with nowadays. That's why I feel like, when we even saw Matt Eberflus's name thrown around last year as a head coaching candidate, I kind of was like, yeah, Colts fans, I wouldn't worry about it. Like Vic Fangio, yes. Brian Flores, yes. But for the most part, the very popular trend in today's NFL is to get that offensive mind in there and groom him with a young quarterback. Now, I totally don't understand giving Gase some keys to, management and personnel decisions like he currently has, and I'll be curious to see how long that lasts before they bring in a new general manager.
Kind of reminds me a little bit of a Lane Kiffin guy. And I guess he called the play right where they got the win over the Patriots and all the laterals and stuff. That was from his Lombardi-esque, knowledgeable football mind right there.
So, I mean, think about what you've done with Adam Gase and what you've done with a guy like Cliff Kingsbury.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Cliff Kingsbury gets fired by his alma mater, who is a horrible Big 12 football team, and becomes the offensive coordinator at USC when they are very desperate to try and change things up over there. And all of a sudden, an NFL team deems that he's qualified enough to be their head football coach. it doesn't add up to me. Some of the resumes that we have seen become NFL head coaches.
I think Mike Mayock, speaking of resumes and guys coming from TV, and the reason why I bring this up is because I saw Daniel Jeremiah has been mentioned as a guy who the Jets may go after to try to run their organization, run their program there. And, that's kind of the same situation. Mike Mayock comes from the NFL Network, and now he's, with John Gruden running the Raiders. You think he's worthy of that?
I do like the fact that Jeremiah has some history with Baltimore and Ozzie Newsome. I think that maybe makes me feel like a little bit better about it than the Mayock situation. But to me, it's all of a sudden like, oh my gosh, are we just hiring like TV analysts that seem pretty wise and have, have drawn up just a lot of clout from, people that watch those networks. So the fact that Jeremiah, again, has worked in an NFL front office, I think gives you a little bit of hope there, like more hope than I would have for like a John Lynch or a Mike Mayock, because I do think there's so many things you have to know that are going to come across your desk from a contract standpoint, from a just running the operation. You're running, the football operation side of that NFL organization. So I do think there are a few more qualifying, factors that Jeremiah does have. But I still would think that there are highly qualified people in the NFL and probably a couple over on West 56th Street, not named Chris Ballard, that would be pretty worthy of an interview.
Nobody wants to make fun of this because it's a scary situation. The Parks Frazier shoot up of his house, while thankfully nobody was there. That's scary, amazing, and I don't even really have words for it, to be honest. And that's 80 shots into a house. I mean, just incredibly awful.
Yeah, I mean, beyond scary, John. 80 shots, like you said, 8 guys involved, I believe. I mean, that is quite the mission, and thank the Lord Parks Frazier wasn't home. I believe he was traveling back from Mother's Day, and I cannot imagine getting that call and just having to live now in a bit of fear of, like, no matter where you are, always thinking to myself, wow, could a mistaken identity sort of attempt happen to me? It is a crazy, crazy story. He's a very nice guy. I know Frank Reich thinks pretty highly of him as well, and hopefully they're able to find these guys.
It's Kevin Bowen of 1070thefan.com. The lottery worked out in a fashion last night where you can see Memphis, who already wanted to unload Mike Conley. I'm going to give you a couple of scenarios here. Mike Conley Jr., over 30, his salary escalates into the $30 million per. I mean, those are all scary situations. But what if? I mean, what if Memphis would eat some of it? Would that be a guy that you think would satisfy volume score, riding shotgun, even at the age of 31 within the Pacers organization? What do you think?
You giving up Sabonis or Turner?
Not for Conley. I mean, I'm going to have to be a little bit more wild than that. And nothing against Mike, but 31.
I don't think Memphis does it.
Yeah.
I think Memphis would want Sabonis or Turner. I mean, that 18th pick doesn't mean anything.
Right.
You're going to have to give up one of those young bigs. I would not do it because of the age, because of the contract value. 3 or 4 years ago, I'd do it in a heartbeat, obviously. But Mike Conley's been injury prone. He's had an amazing NBA career. But yeah, I would not do it. I think you have to get, pace is a big thing, upping the tempo, and Conley, I don't know at his age if he solves that for you, considering how much money you would be paying him. I mean, you would go from having great flexibility right now to, for the next 2 years, you're really, really tied in terms of the books. And I don't think he all of a sudden pushes you over the hump. So, again, I'm a big Mike Conley fan, but I just can't do it.
It's Kevin Bowen with us. What about a guy like Terry Rozier? His name's been knocked around here the past 48 hours, at least on this show.
Yeah, I could do that. I could be talked into probably D'Angelo Russell as well. that might be kind of the second tier of guys, with Kemba Walker maybe being the most realistic point guard option for you. But, when you're talking about playing with more pace, Terry Rozier is going to give that to you. You're talking about, giving maybe Victor more of that 1A option. D'Angelo Russell, I think from a scoring standpoint, can give that to you as well. I think those are names that are probably, especially Rozier, probably a little bit more in the ballpark for Pacers type of options, considering the money and the appeal. I don't know 100% where Terry Rozier is from, but he went to Louisville, so there are some Midwest roots at least there. That would be a name that I would entertain.
All right, and obviously you're going to have to escalate the salary of Sabonis before you. Do you think there's any way that Kevin Pritchard and the Pacers part with Sabonis or Turner this offseason? I don't, yet everybody keeps bringing it up.
Yeah, I'm confused where these rumors keep on coming from. I feel like I woke up today and everyone's like, Turner and Sabonis are on the trade block.
I just think at some point it's going to happen. I just don't think it's now or this summer.
Yeah, I will say if you're going to do it, it's probably wise to get some return on it right now before Sabonis goes into a contract year. Now maybe it's a sign and trade down the road, but you at least have a little bit more leverage right now. I just can't see it happening because I think the Pacers love those guys. They believe they can play together. They think that those are two starters for them down the road, and they feel like they have something in those two that might be a little bit different than what a lot of teams, or at least how the trend is going right now in the NBA. I hear you out in that at some point you might be forced into a corner where you do have to make a move. At least their skill sets are very different in that, Turner is the rim protector that needs to get more of a two-way game, and Sabonis is a great post player that, needs to be a little bit better on the defensive end and needs to develop a right hand for you. But yeah, I feel like when you're in the market that the Pacers are in, and the expectation with free agents is probably going to be a little bit more underwhelming in what you get this summer than what a lot of people would like to see, you might have to live with Turner and Sabonis and see if that combination can work, because I just don't think I sit here on May 15th and think it's any guarantee that they're able to go out there.
But you're right. You have to see. I think you have to see if this can longer term work.
You have to see if Turner and Sabonis can work together.
Don't you think so? That's to me. I question whether it's going to, but I think that you have to give it a fair shot.
Yeah, I think you have to first swing big in free agency. And maybe the trickle-down effect there means that you can't have Sabonis and Turner on your roster. Maybe there's a very enticing trade that comes up where you do end up parting ways with one of those guys. But I think that option is probably not very likely. So having said that, I agree with you, John, in that you have to see if it works. Because in this market, with how your roster is currently constructed, you just don't have enough guard talent. You don't have enough guard talent. You don't have enough wing talent to win like, so many teams are built. Certainly these Final Four teams are built here in the NBA playoffs. So you got to see if you can, force a bit of a square peg into a round hole, I guess, with Turner and Sabonis playing together.
All right, what are you writing about? You got any questions, a little Q&A? What do you got working?
Yeah, I posted, something obviously coming out of that film, the draft film room with Chris Ballard yesterday. And then looking a little bit more at the defensive tackle position for the Colts. I feel like that's a popular position that fans feel like, should be upgraded right now. And Chris Ballard seems really content with the current makeup that he has at that group. So I don't think the Ndamukong Suh chatter makes a lot of sense in Chris Ballard's eyes.
It makes a lot. Well, it makes a lot of sense to hell everybody else, though. That's the only thing you see regarding the Colts. That thing pops up all the time.
I feel like we forget a little bit how good they were against the run last year. They were a top 8 rushing defense. Saquon Barkley, very, held well under his average. Adrian Peterson, Derrick Henry. they did a pretty good job against some of the elite runners in the league last year. I probably wouldn't be opposed to adding maybe one more kind of beefy body, but I don't look at Sue as that at all. I mean, it is interesting. They only have one guy over 300 pounds right now on their defensive line, but they want to be a little bit smaller. They want to play faster, and that includes the defensive tackle position as well. And I think if you're going to play tomorrow, it would be Marcus Hunt and Danico Autry into that starting lineup with Tyquan Lewis probably being the first backup.
Kevin Bowen now knows that Palace Coup is not a character from Game of Thrones. It's an overthrow attempt.
Oh, gosh. My education just looks horrible right now. I was like, are you throwing some random Game of Thrones character out?
Palace Coup. I don't watch it. And I gave my story on not watching it. People tried to get me to watch it years ago, and they said, hey, it's right up your alley. There's a lot of gore and a lot of nudity. And I thought, okay, I'm in. And then every time I watched it, there was never any gore, there was never any nudity, and it was all dialogue that I could barely understand. So I thought, you know what? I don't want to hear any dialogue. I hear it every day. So...
And I think we're too late into the process.
Yeah,
you know?
Yeah. And listen, I don't begrudge anybody. I want everybody to be entertained, and that's certainly it's providing a great level of entertainment. So that's always good. So I have no problem with it. But yeah, I couldn't get in on the ground floor with it, unfortunately.
No, Sunday night at 9:00. I don't want my brain to think like that.
Right there with you. All right, my friend. Always a pleasure. Thanks, man.
See you, John.
Kevin Bowen, 1070thefan.com on the Andy Moore Automotive Group hotline. Yeah, I saw this a little bit earlier, and this is not about sports. This is from Retro News Now. In 1992, Nabisco introduced, the reason why I bring this up is pretty clear, introduced Snackwell's fat-free cookies. Honestly, they still make, I think, the devil's food, and I think they make the vanilla cookies, and they're pretty good, but there was nothing better than kicking back and throwing down a box of mini chocolate chip cookies and slamming a glass of milk, knowing that you are eating completely and utterly and totally fat-free. What happened to those good old days? I love the mini chocolate chip cookies from Snackwell in the box. Get the entire box. Little glass of milk slamming going on there. Outstanding. This day, 92. You want to do some anything goes? Bottom of the hour? What do you guys think? My way, your way, anything goes. We'll do this for the next nearly 30 at 239-1070. In case you're new to the show, new to the program, we offer you an absolutely, positively unedited, unfiltered forum where you call in at 239-1070. I put you right on the air. You don't get checked in, and you say whatever you want. And I have provided you endless amounts of content, and you just take it and run with it. Anything goes. 239-1070. The most unfiltered segment in the history of Indy radio is straight at you, and your calls next.
I warned everyone 4 months ago that this year the purchase market would be fierce, and I was right. You need to be working with the right lender. TheHomeLoanExpert.com.
Hey, it's Kyle Knezovich for Body Sculpt RX. The Shape Reclaimed and Cool Sculpting program under the medical supervision of Maria helped me lose 30 pounds. I'm telling you, in my adult life, I've never felt better. My transformation took only 4 months, and now you can see the results for yourself with my before and after photos at BodySculptRx.com or their Facebook page. As the premier and only med spa serving the Noblesville and Westfield areas, Body Sculpt RX can help you reclaim your shape too. Tell them Dan Dockich and producer Kyle sent you. BodySculptRx.com.
Hey, it's the Mower Shop in Fishers. How's your property look? How about that lawn? Is it taking you a while to get it done? Does it kind of frustrate you a little bit because you got that existing lawnmower and it just takes you a lot longer than it should? I mean, your neighbor's over there on a Toro or a Honda from the Mower Shop in Fishers and whack, 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 done. And it looks great, right? And you're out there for 4 hours. Don't be out there endlessly for 4+ hours twice a week to maintain that property lawn. Go to the Mower Shop in Fishers and get the brand names, the Toro, the Honda, like your neighbor. the Spartan, the Hustler, all will cut the time it takes to maintain your cutting on your property in half. I promise you that. Plus, you can order one online, themowershop.com. They will deliver it absolutely free directly to your door, and they will help maintain it. And they have the accessories to help out with your lawn and property as well. They're the best. It's Paul at the Mower Shop in Fishers. Honestly, Paul, shout out to you. I don't know what I would do without you. I don't know what my neighbors would do because my yard would look like an absolute mess. The savior is Paul and the Mower Shop in Fishers. 849-9500 or everything you need online. Themowershop.com right now.
My house has a new glow. I love my windows. Universal Windows Direct.
It's Big Joe. Right now, for every window you buy, you get the next one free, no limits, and 0% financing for 36 months. Call 317-659-8191 or go to universalwindowsdirect.com. And like me, you'll be saying, I love my windows.
I love my windows. They've got that brand new home effect. Universal Windows Direct.
Are kids better off in an intact family? You bet they are. This is Joe Cordell of the domestic litigation firm Cordell & Cordell. Kids living in a household with married parents do better in school, they're emotionally healthier, and they're more likely to stay out of trouble with the law. If you're in a troubled marriage, of course you should do everything you can to save your marriage, if only for your kids' sake. This includes considering alternatives to divorce. Of course, in some circumstances, divorce is unavoidable. In either case, if you're a man facing a crisis in your marriage, let us help you at Cordell & Cordell. Remember, we're the partner men can count on.
Contact the domestic litigation firm of Cordell & Cordell to schedule an appointment with one of our firm's Indianapolis area attorneys, a partner men can count on. 317-322-0122 or visit online at CordellCordell.com. That's CordellCordell.com. Office in downtown Indianapolis. Cordell & Cordell, 101 West Ohio Street, Suite 1100, Indianapolis, Indiana 46204.
Dan Doggett here for Family Leisure. It's the great outdoors sale. You know how much I love my pool. Get yours this year from $34,999 installed basketball hoops, from $999 installed barbecue islands, pergolas, fire pits, fireplaces, and so much more. On sale now. Tell them I sent you and get a free gift with a purchase. Buy a patio set, get a free umbrella. Buy a grill, get free accessories. You get the drill. The great outdoor sales is on at Family Leisure. Go to familyleisure.com or Penland Pike, Oak Landing Road.
Fast, reliable internet. Is that important to your business?
We couldn't work without it.
At Comcast Business, we go beyond fast with amazing solutions and a great deal.
What kind of solutions?
Well, how about automatic 4G LTE backup for complete reliability?
I like the sound of that. What else?
Powerful Wi-Fi that keeps your employees connected, and bandwidth you can allocate between your customers and employees.
I didn't know Comcast Business did that.
Oh, I'm not done yet. Advanced voice solutions at affordable prices. How about business TV that keeps customers entertained?
Okay, I'm convinced. But didn't you say something about a great deal?
Right now, get started with 75 megabit internet for $49.95 per month for 2 years when you add 2 voice mobility lines and sign up for EcoBill and automatic payment. Call 1-800-501-6000 today. Comcast Business. Beyond fast.
Monthly service charge increases by $10 without EcoBill and autopay. Offer ends 5/21/19. Restrictions apply. New business customers only. 2-year agreement required. Equipment taxes and fees extra. Subject to change. Backup limited to update hours.
Are you an overthinker? Hi, Rick Edelman here, host of The Rick Edelman Show right here every weekend. In 3 decades of serving folks like you here at Edelman Financial Engines, we've met a lot of folks who were trapped because they were overthinking their financial decisions. We get it. This can be scary stuff. You work really hard and you make a lot of sacrifices to save all your money. And well, just imagine if you make a mistake. Bad investment choices, the wrong mortgage, incorrect insurance coverage. It's enough to keep anyone awake at night. So here are 2 pieces of advice to help you solve the problem. First, realize that most decisions can be changed. And second, it's not just you, it's we. You don't have to go it alone. Let us help you. You'll get our experience and our expertise. So call us at Edelman Financial Engines. It's one decision you don't have to overthink. Call us at 888-PLAN-RIC. That's 888-PLAN-RIC. Or visit us at rickedelman.com. That's ricedelman.com.
Hi, I'm Tony Canan, and I'm here with Chuck Jones at Bill Estes Chevy. Chuck, how long have we known each other?
Tony, you've been coming to Bill Estes Chevy as long as I've been here.
Well, Chuck, it's my 22nd year in racing.
Wow, let's do something to celebrate. To honor your career, we're going to take up to 22% off new Chevys during May.
That sounds like winner to me.
If you want to win with the new Chevy, then find new roads to Bill Estes Chevy or online at BillEstesChevy.com and get up to 22% off. Just ask for the TK deal.
Chuck, you're the man.
Thanks, TK.
Join 300,000 fans screaming over 700 horsepower engines at the Indy 500 presented by Gainbridge. Get your tickets at IMS.com. This is Indy. This is May.
The Indy Grand Prix is in the books.
Simon Pagenaud goes to victory lane for the third time in his career.
And now we move on to qualification weekend for the Indy 500. The Fan joins forces with the IMS Radio Network for complete coverage all day Saturday and all day Sunday. The drivers,
for Joseph Newgarden,
the speed,
228.4,
the drama of Indianapolis 500 qualifications. Exclusively on FM 107.5 and 1070 The Fan. You're listening to The Ride with JMV.
Just an average guy with exceptional hair.
On FM 107.5 and 1070 The Fan.
All right, crank me up over there. Most unfiltered segment, the history of Indy Radio. You jump on board, I don't check you in. Kyle doesn't check you in. 239-1070, say whatever you want. In response to proclaiming, shouting, soft-spoken, singing, I don't care. Because it's my way, your way, anything goes. 239-1070. Guys, line them up, and we'll start rapid fire in just a second. You guys are asking me about Mike Conley. I said earlier, 30 for 30 club is not one that I want. That is over 30 and $30+ million escalating when you're over 30. I think that's a bad idea. Getting a lot of anti-mile stuff, which is par for the course on this show. Not from me, but from you. JMV, you were talking about Blaine yesterday. How do you feel about Trevor? Now, I said yesterday that Blaine, back in the 80s, Blaine was a name if you were a collar-up, sweater tied around your neck, preppy butthole. Blaine. Hey, Blaine, how you doing? And then somebody told me that there's a Blaine from Newcastle that's the president and CEO of Panera. So what do I know? I know this. My way, your way, anything goes. 239-1070. All right, you're the starter here, so let's go. Who's this?
Hey, this is Andrew.
Hello, Andrew. Go ahead.
Hey, wanted to follow up on your and KB's talk about Game of Thrones. You're not too late to get in. I just started a couple weeks ago. You just got to give it a full season because it's shitty, no action first season, but you'll love it second season and on.
I said I got
a lot of naked women.
I got it. See, I've seen like one, like this dude was with two chicks and then they got interrupted and that's all I saw was right there. There's a lot more than I'm missing it.
On.
Huh?
Give it a whole season.
All right. I tried, but the dialogue wore me down, man. There's just so much dialogue.
There is, but once you get past the first season, you're good. I promise you.
All right. I'm always looking for something, man. I am. But there's just so much. Game of Thrones. I can start right now, and I'll be just fine is what you're telling me here.
Yep. Give it a full season.
All right. So, Game of Thrones, my way, your way, anything goes. 239-1070. Oh, yeah, you got it. I saw you moving over there. You were startled by that word. All right, you're up next. Who's this? You're on the air.
This is Ken.
Hello, Ken. How are you?
Hey, I'm doing wonderful. Hey, I just want to say that I think whoever's running that radio station up there sucks because I used to listen to all you guys, Big Joe in the afternoon, Dan, and then you. Now, because I drive all day and I listen to you guys all day long. Now I got to listen to some Stu Gotts from 10 to 12 or whatever it is, and I think that sucks, and I think you need to get it changed.
Man, you think I need to pull a Palace coup here and get it changed?
You need to pull a Palace coup, whoever the heck he is, and then get that changed because you guys interrupted my whole day of driving doing these changes.
I'll be completely honest with you. I want you to listen to everything here, no doubt, but I'm glad you're tuned in here, man, even if you don't know what the hell Palace coup is, brother. You know what I mean? Even if you don't know, that's all right with me. It's all good.
I got you.
You just keep it locked here. Ken. Michael Palin. Ken. Anything goes. 239-1070. Who's this?
This is Charlie.
Hello, Charlie.
I'd just like to say that they both promote sports betting in Indiana. Indiana ought to beef up their teams and give us some teams so we'd be proud to bet on them instead of betting against them.
That's the hope. That's the hope. We get sports betting now, and the teams all of a sudden escalate to a point where you feel comfortable in betting on them, right?
Yeah, that's what I think. Yeah.
I feel you, Charlie. I do. What else?
That's all I got to say. How's everything up there? We're doing all right down here in Seymour.
I love you down in Seymour, Charlie. I do. That's the heart of Jackson County. They have a Perkins down there, too, don't they?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, hell yeah. Perkins. I do miss the hen house. That's where a bus driver used to stop and drink like 15 cups of coffee before we went to Kings Island back in the day.
Oh, yep. That used to be a good place to eat.
Oh, the hen house, my brother Charlie down in Seymour. Everett Grimmer, we had to stop the bus. We're on the way to Kings Island. There was all kinds of debauchery going on in the back of the bus. I mean, I learned a lot of things in the back of the bus on the way to Kings Island. Everett had to stop at the hen house for a little pick-me-up, the 15-cup of coffee routine. My way, your way, anything goes. Line 3, who's this?
Hey, it's Mark.
Hello, Mark.
Hey, how about Sabonis and TJ Leaf to the Lakers for the 4th pick?
I'm not a big fan of the 4th pick, I guess. Should I be a fan of the 4th pick? I'll be a fan of the 1st pick, maybe the 2nd pick, maybe the 3rd pick. I don't know if I'm a fan of the 4th pick.
We need wing help, and R.J. Barrett might be there.
You think I should be aroused by DeAndre Hunter?
No, R.J. Barrett.
No, R.J. Barrett's going to go the 3rd, right?
No, the Knicks are going to louse that up. They always do.
No, I'm thinking right now Williamson, Morant, Barrett, and then Hunter.
No, like I said,
you want him to draft Romeo Langford, don't you? Move up to number 4 and draft Romeo.
I'm a Purdue guy. It would be it would be somebody else.
You know what?
Number 3 from Purdue.
I don't like your idea, but it's okay. You can bring it on here, even if I don't like it. It's all good.
Anything goes, right?
Anything goes, my brother. Thank you for the call. Line 4 is anything goes. Who's this?
Hey, this is Swaff.
Hello, Swaff.
Hey. I have to agree with some of these callers. Man, from Dan Levitard's show. Oh, horrible.
Well, why don't you like it though? You know, I've done some of those qualities forever. I don't always just stick to sports. I mean, that's what people tell me, and then I hear from other people that it sucks when you stick to sports all the time. I mean, I guess I don't go off the path that much, but right? I mean, I kind of do that.
Well, when he has Chelsea Handler or whatever her name is on the air.
Yeah, but that's kind of your political viewpoint, though, right? Don't let politics run you, brother. Just don't do it. I mean, just hey, no, seriously. I mean, just try to find some entertainment. I'm not trying to bring you down at all, but don't let that run you. I mean, she can still be funny and have a left lean or a right lean or stand up, sit down, fight lean. I mean, whatever. It's all good.
Well, when he has to announce every time, Dan Levitard show and
that's their stick. Well, listen, I'm going to tell you what here, Swaff. I'm not going to try to change your mind either, and I'm okay because that's your opinion, and I respect that. And I'm not going to give you the whole storyline of you got to give it some time. I'm just telling you that you can find certain things. Like sometimes it will wear me out, but it doesn't wear me out as much as everybody else because some of those things I find, like Arsenio Hall, I find interesting. Like talking about, a reboot, or I shouldn't say a reboot, but not a remake, a part 2 of Coming to America. That, I want to hear about that from Arsenio Hall. But I get where you're coming from. I mean, I probably hit on a variety of things around here that people think sucks too. I mean, that's why JMV sucks. So that's what happens. But no, don't let the politics run you, okay? Don't let that happen.
Well, all I'm saying is, Charlie Morgan, everything he touches is gold.
I love Charlie Morgan.
A.K.A. Smith. I mean, but I love the man. He was my teacher in high school. So.
I love Charlie Morgan. I wish he'd touch me because I need some gold right now, too. He needs to touch me.
Yeah. Right. All right. That's just my opinion.
Yeah. Hey, you call. That's okay. You call anytime. That's what Anything Goes is about. That's what Anything Goes is about. Man, don't let politics run you. Just don't. Oh, I'm not going to do that because I don't do that. I've never done that. And, I feel good about it, too. I feel good about it. It will make your day, I promise, it'll make your day brighter instead of always trying to be pissed off about something. That's not what we're about. Not going to pop on here, everything sucks. Ah! That's not what we're about here. Let's not be about that. We'll all be happier. One big damn party around here. Don't be the turd in the punch bowl of my party. Anything goes. We'll try it. We'll see what time we have coming up on the other side of the race of the day. Harrah's Hoosier Park in Anderson. Other side next.
Be sure to check out the fans' Instagram page this week for your chance to win tickets to the fastest rookie luncheon on behalf of the American Dairy Association of Indiana. Details 1070thefan.com.
Mecum Auctions, Indianapolis 2019. The world's largest collector car auction returns to the Indiana State Fairgrounds. 2,000 muscle cars, classics, Corvettes, hot rods, resto mods, and more May 14th to the 19th. Register to bid and buy tickets now and save at Mecum.com. Catch the Dodge Thrill Ride at Mecum Indianapolis 2019 at Indiana State Fairgrounds. The experience begins at Mecum.com.
Hey, it's JMV. Did you know that May is National 529 College Savings Plan Month? Farm Credit Union is celebrating by reminding parents about the Sprout College Matching Account. It's the perfect complement to a 529 college savings plan. This account pays a competitive dividend rate, plus matches deposited funds up to $100 every year. It is fantastic. Stop by any Forum Credit Union branch location today, or for more info online, forumcu.com.
At CBS 4, we're committed to bringing you the news you need. The news that's happening right now, on air, online, and in the palm of your hand.
We have a crew on the scene. We're going to have more details.
We're here to make sure you're informed, aware, and prepared.
Good evening, everyone. We begin CBS 4 News at 11 with breaking news.
Because everything can change in the blink of an eye, and that change affects you. Watch CBS 4 weeknights at 5, 6, and 11. Your news now.
On CBS Survivor Finale Wednesday, it's the final 5.
I'm trying everything I can. This is $1 million we're talking about.
Plus, 11 were voted off. Now they will battle for one shot to get back in the game.
It is do or die.
Nothing can prepare you for the most unpredictable Survivor finale ever.
It's like a roller coaster.
Survivor Season Finale, followed by the live reunion show, CBS Tonight.
Beginning at 8, followed by CBS 4 News at 11. Your news now.
Hey, remember this name. There'll be a quiz at the end of this read. 844-1-HOUR. 844-1-HOUR. Don't be caught all hot and bothered here. Don't get caught up in a palace coup of your own. And the palace coup here is the heat of the summertime in central Indiana infiltrating the comfort and the coolness of your home. Make sure you get an AC tune-up. Right now for $79, thank you to my friends at 1-Hour Heating and Air Conditioning. They'll check it out and make sure you are ready to go, and you can spurn any attempt at a palace coup with the warm air coming in to your cool and comfortable locations this summer. $79. An AC tune-up that's going to save you in the tail end, too. When you want to be comfortable and you want to save money and want to maintain what you're doing as far as energy costs are concerned, it's 1-Hour Heating and Air Conditioning. 844-1-HOUR. Tell them I sent you today.
Hi, I'm Ryan Kelly with thehomeloanexpert.com. I warned everyone 4 months ago that this year the purchase market would be fierce. Homes are selling quickly, and we are pre-approving more folks than ever before. If you're going to get into the home that you want, you need to be working with the right lender. We can get you pre-approved in 5 minutes with a lower rate and close on your new home in as little as 14 days. The 5-minute loan approval only available at thehomeloanexpert.com. The Home Loan Expert LLC, NMLS number 1326241.
Hey, John here for the Harrah's Hoosier Park in Anderson. We got the race of the day coming up. I just had this right here. Oh, there it is. Here's the lineup. You ready? Logan Walker has Juliana's Jeff. Summit City Swan going to my man Speaker. Bill Rupel, always be with you. Golden Girl going to KDJ. Brian Ward's got Swan in the tunnel. Graceful Dance goes to Trent Whitaker. Derek Ratcliffe gets Savannah's Lucy. And Northern Ashley to Brandon Reef. Fire it up, Kyle.
The following is presented by the Indiana Standard Bred Breed Development Program. From Harrah's Hoosier Park Racing and Casino, it's time for the harness race of the day on FM 107.5 and 1070 The Fan.
Into the Ms. Naughty by Nature Series. Here they come. And they're off and trotting. And fast off the gate, it's Golden Girl alongside Summit City Swan. And from the outside comes Graceful Dance. As they step out past the stand, Swan of the Tunnel trots away in fourth. Always be with you to the inside to fifth. Juliana's Jet coming away sixth. Savannah's Lucy, Northern Ashley, the trailers, as they step around the turn and stepping it off in the first turn there was Graceful Dance. Graceful Dance off stride. 27 seconds of the opening quarter. Summit City Swan leads the way to the backstretch. The lead is two. Golden Girl on the inside will trot in second. Swan of the Tunnel has settled in nicely third. Always be with you is right there in her back fourth. Juliana's Jet is now fifth. Savannah's Lucy moving up a spot. Northern Ashley is seventh. And the trailer far back and back trotting again is Graceful Dance. So they come to the halfway point, and Summit City Swan unchallenged to this point to the half and 57-2 as they continue on to the far turn. Leading the way there, it's Summit City Swan, and to the inside, trotting second, it's Golden Girl as Shetler bides his time patiently with her. Swan of the Tunnel is within striking distance, but now to the outside, moving first over comes Savannah's Lucy as Warren starts up the outer flow. With that cover, then Northern Ashley from seventh. They arrive at the three-quarter-mile marker. Summit City Swan there again in 1:27.3. It's Summit City Swan with a two-length advantage, but on the outside, Savannah's Lucy beginning to loom now as she challenges in a second. Off stride, Golden Girl. To the outside, Northern Ashley. Swan in the Tunnel there between horses. And down to the inside, it's Always Be With You. Midway through the stretch, it's Summit City Swan. Summit City Swan holding off Savannah's Lucy. It's Summit City Swan to win the opener in 1:55.3.
Just minutes from Indy off I-69 in Anderson, Harrah's Hoosier Park has standard bred horse racing through November 9th, thanks in part to the Indiana Standard Bred Breed Development Program. And keep listening for your chance to win with Harrah's Hoosier Park Harness Race of the Day on FM 107.5 and 1070 The Fan.
Soccer Saturday featuring Indy 11. If this is your football, this is your show. Saturday at 9 on The Fan. The Ride with JMV.
I don't understand the words you just said.
On FM 107.5 and 1070 The Fan.
Speaker Man, take it home. Summit City Swan, Savannah's Lucy, Northern Ashley. Those are top three. Exacta paid $38.80, a robust $234.61 for the superfecta. Trifecta goes $233 altogether. Harrah's Hoosier Park in Anderson, that is the race the day. If you guys still want to do some anything goes, we can. We got about, 3-4 minutes here on the backside if you want to do it. And I'd be all for it. Kevin wants to know, can you explain the logic or give a reason for the programming change? Well, they wanted to do a morning show, so they moved to the morning show. I mean, I'll do, if they want me to do 10 until noon, I will. I mean, somebody else will have to mow my yard, but whatever. I mean, there's no big deal. There's no palace coup. I'm working that into everything now. But I think we'd all be a lot better. And I'm sorry if I'm preaching from a soapbox here. I don't really mean to, but that's just kind of come to the territory, I guess. But, man, if we just all wouldn't be so walk around pissed off all the time, it'd be much better. Let's try to do that. I mean, I know that there are things going to piss you off, things you're going to bitch and complain about, but it'd be much better if you just didn't walk around waiting for it to happen or anticipating it to happen. My thoughts, my way, your way, anything goes, 239-1070. Let's continue moving forward here. You're on the air. Who's this?
Hey, JMV, it's Butler Dan. Love your show, man.
Butler Dan, thank you, brother. Go ahead.
Okay. Isn't it nice to have an off season that you're looking forward to the Colts season with anticipation rather than trepidation?
There's no doubt. No, I mean, not worried about if Andrew Luck's arm has fallen off. And remember all the crap? I mean, all the stuff that was absolutely wrong about never going to play again and all this. Yeah. And, it feels like it's a million miles away compared to where we were sitting this time last year.
And can you imagine if we'd had that weasel Josh McDaniels as coach?
You don't want the weasel.
Oh, my gosh.
You don't want. We can't hang with a weasel,
No
man.
weasel.
I
No
completely
weasel.
agree.
And Chuck Pagano was a nice man, but he was in over his head very early on. And then you had Ryan Grigson, who didn't know what he didn't know. And now you got Chris Ballard, who's just, killing it with the draft, and Frank Reich, who knows what he's doing. I'm just excited. I'm just excited. So.
You have reason. Butler Dan, you have great reason. Thank you for the call to be excited. Yeah, Grigson. Grigson went from the sweatsuit to the sport coat and the slick back hair, and it all went downhill from there. Oh, wait a minute. Line 2. Anything goes. Who's this?
Yeah, this is Jeff, man, calling from Greenwood, man. What's going on, JMV?
What's that? We got to hustle up here, Jeff. You go.
Well, I'm going to say it real quick, man. I ain't going to waste a lot of time, man. The Pacers not need to trade their draft pick. They need to keep it because there's a good chance they can get that boy out of Gonzaga. I can't think of his name, the little Asian, kind of Asian-looking dude.
Rui Hachimura, who you're talking about. Yeah, he's about 6'8". Yeah, he's not.
He's a bad boy, and they need not to bring Mike Conley here. He's too injury-prone. He's old. They need to go ahead and give the keys to that young stud called Aaron Holiday. He's hungry.
Jeff in Greenwood, closing us strong on a Wednesday. Anything goes. Trackside, Talk of Gasoline Alley. Kevin, Tony Donahue, Donald Davidson, 7 and 8 tonight. Raptors, Bucks. Hey, please have a better finals in the East, game 1 than the Suckfest last night. Rankstraw Bowen, podcast 1070thefan.com. Tickets on Twitter. We'll pick a winner. Kyle, great job. I'll talk to you right here tomorrow at 3. I promise.
It's the Fan Morning Show with Jeff and Big Joe.
Graham Rahal joins us. Graham, you prepare all month long meticulously for the 500, but at the end of the day, it's a crapshoot.
Well, I have always been the first to